Well, 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 well. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody blew up a lot of stuff. Hope everybody, while blowing up some stuff, remembered why we're celebrating today. Thank you to everybody out there that took a part. That took a part in making sure that we were free in our lives to make ridiculous type of videos like this and be able to say what we want and do some of the things we want in this wonderful country we call America, USFA, United States of America. Happy Independence Day, everybody. And here in New York, there's a lot of rain going on right now. And not a lot of people are outside doing their barbecues because of the rain and the bad weather. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'm home. And I'm not doing much other than sitting on this freaking box, waiting to open it up. And we need to open this box up. We need to open up this box because I'm going to have a freaking coronary if I wait much longer to open up the box. And why am I doing it live? Well, I'll tell you why we're going to do it live.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
10, 5, 4, 3.
Well, thank you, Bill O'Reilly. I said we're doing it live. You don't have to say it again, but okay, we're doing it live because one, I want to do an unboxing video. That's a true unboxing video, and me not knowing what the hell I got, and you not knowing what the hell I got, and us all finding out together what the hell I got. Instead of those stupid videos where people unbox CGC boxes and they hide it with their hand. I don't know what I got. Or they put a piece of blue tape on the freaking number. Oh, I don't know. I had my friend, I had my wife, I had my kid freaking put a blue tape. So it's a surprise to me. Bullshit. They know. They know what they got, and they're just pretending. They're pretending that they don't know. Well, here you got proof that I don't know what I got. The other reason why I'm doing it live and on video to know what it is, just in case I get the wrong freaking comic book or they destroyed my comic book or whatever the case is, I have video documentation of what happened. Because I'm paranoid. I'm a paranoid freaking guy, and that's what I do. I have paranoia. Okay? All right. But before we get into that, I'm going to say a hello. I'm going to say a hello to everybody in the chat, and thank you all for joining me on this Independence Day. And we're going to free this slab from this fragile box, okay, today. And we're going to see what we got. I got a very good book, and I want to see what I got. And I'm pins and needles, and let's see what the hell we got. Let's see what the hell we got. I don't know what we got. But before we do that, we're going to play intro. We haven't done this in a while. So let's play an intro. Well, that was the intro. We haven't seen that in a while, so now we got it. Hey, Punchy, where are you? Where's Punchy? Hey, Punchy, come back here. Since Kool-Aid Man's still in the ICU, you're going to have to be helping me today, all right? With your Hawaiian punch, okay? Because in case we don't get what we want, you're going to have to give everybody a freaking Hawaiian punch. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So let's go round the horn and say hello to everybody. Well, hello there, collecting with Durs. Hello. Hello there, K-pop. Hello. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Hello, who dat? Who dat? Hello. Hello, Beef It in Australia, in New Zealand. Sorry. I didn't mean to lump you in with the Aussies. Kiwis are not Aussies, okay? All right. Hello. It's not your Independence Day today, but it's ours. But hello. Okay? And then we got Hialeah. Hello, Hialeah. Hello, Hialeah. And then we said hello already, Hialeah. No more hellos, okay? All right. Who else we got here? We got Rude. We got Real Rude. Yes, you are correct. I am a man, and I guess I am a myth. I guess. All right. But I am a man. I know that much. I know I'm a man. Okay. All right. And who else we got in here? I think we got everybody. I hope we got everybody. Oh, we got DC Irish. You'll get the 1.5 for buttering up the grader in person. Oh, maybe. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I got a little bit more than that. I'm hoping, but I'll take the 1.5. I won't be devastated with the 1.5. I'll be happy. And then we got 23 Munch. Hello there, Munch. Oh, hello there, Bleecker Street. How are you, my friend? Everybody knows what the hell this is. This is my first freaking CGC submission, man. This is a big deal. This is a big freaking deal. All right. I think we got everybody. I'm gonna thank you all. I'm gonna thank you all for actually spending your time with me on a holiday. Because people have things to do. People have freaking things to do. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. That being said, I'm gonna start opening up this box. I got I got one piece of my titanium steel scissors, and I'm gonna start opening it up live. But while I'm opening up live, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit of understanding of the process I went through. I'm going to give you a little bit of process of how I went through this, and you can understand. You can watch the replay of the video where I met with Matt Nelson, the president of CGC Grading, and he actually gave me a screening of the book. Well, I don't know. Did you do it through walkthrough? This was a walkthrough, my friend. I don't know if it was a walkthrough that you did. I'm gonna open a box, Rob. Okay, just don't push me, man. This is my freaking channel. This is my stream. I'm gonna open it as I wish. Okay. No, thank you for joining us. Hello, Mob's Place and more. How are you? Thank you, Rob. Okay. All right. So I gave this box. I went to Heroes Con. Okay. Now, the date was June 16th, the day I gave it in. You hear what I'm telling you? It was June 16th, okay? I met with Matt Nelson there. He did a private screening. I have that on the video that I talked about before. I may or may not edit this video later on and make a quick unboxing video just for people that don't want to sit through this whole process, but I probably won't. But I may. But I probably won't. But I may. But I will actually add a link, like how they add the links up in the corner, You know how they add the links up in the corner. I might actually add the link in the corner and tell people where to go see the screening that I was done. Okay, so I have a X-Men #1, the original X-Men from 1963 in here. Okay. And at least I hope it's in here. So I took that to get a view. I thought it was a pretty beat to shit condition book. I'm thinking to myself, I'm hoping it's gonna be around a 1. And hopefully I don't get a freaking 0.5 or whatever the case is. Matt Nelson took a look at it and everything. He's like, no, this is much better than you think it is, or whatever the case is. I'm thinking it's a 1.5, maybe 1 point, but he didn't. He kind of gave me the indication that it's subjective, because maybe I get an asshole grader, and maybe he'll make it subjective. It could hit me out of 1. Okay, so now I'm getting nervous. Okay. So, but now I got expectation. I'm thinking to myself, it has to be a 1.5, and I want it to be at least a 1.5, and I really would love it to be a 1.8 or maybe a 2, maybe, I don't know. But I would not be very happy if I got a 1, and I'll be irate if I got anything less than a 1. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. So now I gave it in June 16th. I submitted it. And these are the things I want everybody to know, because this is my first submission and I didn't realize how this works. Okay, so I gave it in. At HeroesCon. I hand delivered it to them. I did a submission form, and they basically held on to it up until they left HeroesCon. So it wasn't in the system. It wasn't in the system as far as received. It wasn't in the system as far as received up until midweek of that week. I believe the date that it was actually received was June 21st. Okay, so that's about 5 days later. Okay, 5 days later. And I believe the only reason I got received first was because it's a walkthrough kind of tier thing, or limited value. That's what they're calling it, limited value. And then they took it in. They were looking at it, and I received it. I received it back this past Saturday. So it takes a little bit longer if you submit it through directly at a con, because they have to actually deliver it, whatever the case. I don't understand the whole receiving thing, but I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Okay. Oh, Dagar. Oh, Kenneth Bird. Oh, we got Tate. We got Tate in the house. Hello, Tate. How are you? How are you doing, my friend? All right. That's it. No more hellos. Okay. We did enough hellos. Okay. All right. So I gave you understanding of where we're at. Now let's open this shit up. Let's open this up. Hey, for your AMSR freaks, you guys, the freaks that like the noise. Here, look, listen. Look. You like that noise? That turns you on? All right. We're gonna open this up. Okay. I'm gonna be careful. I'm not gonna open this up like my normal boxes that I open up, where I'm a little willy-nilly. I'm not gonna be willy-nilly with this box. I'm gonna be a little careful because I don't want to fuck it up. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Okay. And I don't know if you could see it. I don't care if you see it. I'm doing it live. Okay. You can see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So this is new to me as far as the box is concerned. See, it has bubble wrap. It has bubble wrap in there. Okay. Feels like a light. I thought it would have been a little heavier. It's a light and airy box. It's a very big box for one slab. Okay. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Okay, we got the box out of the way. Nothing left in the box. Okay. All right, nothing left in the box. And then we got bubbles. A lot of bubbles. I'm gonna save these bubbles because I'm gonna send them all to Rob Sachs because he loves bubbles and he loves tape. So I'm gonna send them all to him. Okay. And then it's got rubber band. It's got two pieces of cardboard, corrugated. Okay. All right. So how do we do this? How do we unveil this like as if it's like? Do we do the? Do we do the? Do we do like something like that? Of how we're gonna open it up? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. How we're supposed to do it. I don't know which way is the right way. I don't know which way is up. And I don't know which way's down. I don't know which way's up. I don't know which way's down. But I'm going to figure it out. And we're going to open this up, and we're going to see. Okay? All right? So you're going to see what I see You're gonna see what I see. You're gonna see what I see as I see it. And you, anybody want to take guesses? Anybody want to take a guess or what? Dude, do not do that to me, Blake. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be absolutely devastated. I'm gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna be irate. I'm gonna be very, very unhappy. I'm gonna be very, very unhappy if it's a 0.5. And I don't think anybody's gonna want to hear my mouth if it's a 0.5. I can assure you that. I don't think I think I'll get canceled from YouTube if it's a 0.5. I swear I'm not going to be happy. If it's a 0.1, I'm going to be unhappy, but I'm not going to be irate. I'm not going to be irate because that's kind of where I thought it was what was. So I'm a harsh grader. So I won't be happy because now I got my hopes up, but I'm not going to be completely destroyed in life and wanting to like hide in a corner and not never talk to anybody again. I won't be that bad. I will be that bad in 0.5, but not 0.1. Okay, just making sure everybody understands where we're at right now. You know, if it's a 2.2, I'll be pure jubilation. Pure jubilation. I'll be celebrating my. I'll be. There's no 1.3s and there's no 1.2s. I don't know why there's no 1.2s and I don't know why there's 1.3s, but there's none. There's one, there's a 0.5, there's a 1, there's a 1.5 and a 1.8. Okay? So get that straight, people. Okay? Get with the protocol. Okay? Hello, Lisa. If it's a 2.5 DERS, I will come there and kiss you. Because that will make me very happy. There you go. We want to see positive shit. So, come on, man. Are we doing this for real right now? Are we really doing this?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh yeah!
Okay, can I ask everyone to please stop saying "oh no" in this courtroom? Because the fucking Kool-Aid guy's gonna keep showing up. Thank you.
Oh, I will take that 4.0. Thanks a lot, Rob. Anyway, I would take that 4.0 in a heartbeat. Never going to happen. And if it does, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. What a hater, man. Brooklyn, you're a freaking hater. You know that? You're a freaking hater. Okay, 1.5. All right. No, don't poke the bear. Everybody knows. No, don't poke. Yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, we got. Now you're just making fun of me, man. Don't freaking make fun of me. That's right. Look at me, man. Look at me. You know what? This is an official look at me. Let's officially make this a look at me.
Look at me. Hey, everybody, look at me.
Are you even listening to me?
Look at me. Hey, everybody, look at me.
All right. So everybody, look at me. Look at me. I'm about to unveil this package. Bubble wrap, corrugated board on the front, corrugated board on the back. It's got a plastic thing. Okay. All right. Hopefully, I got this turned in the right way so you could see. I'm going to have to, somebody's going to be seeing this upside down. Either you're going to be seeing this upside down or I'm going to be seeing this upside down. But somebody's going to be seeing this upside down. So let's see what we got. Okay? All right. Somebody's going to see it. All right. Thank you, Tate. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm taking my time because I'm nervous. I'm freaking nervous. All right? I'm nervous. All right? All right. I'm going to do my Mr. Miyagi. Na, 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 na. All right. Mr. Miyagi style. All right, Daniel-san. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. All right. I didn't even mention this. If it comes with anything other than Blue Label, I'm gonna freaking go nuts. I don't think that's the case because I think he would have told me. But if it comes in a green or purple or I don't know, turquoise, if it comes with some crappy color other than blue, I'm gonna be really upset. So thinking something blue. All right, Miyagi. All right, Daniel-san. Let's see what we got. All right. You guys ready for it? You guys ready for it? By the way, the noises for you AMCR freaks. Okay. All right. Ooh, all right. Let's do it. Oh, it looks like we're what? Let's see. There we go. I started like this. Okay. All right. You're seeing what I'm seeing. No. I'm in the middle of unboxing. Don't call me now. Whoever the hell you are. Don't call me. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Well, listen, don't rush me, man. Don't rush me, dude. Don't rush me. Okay. All right. Don't rush me, Dan. Okay. All right. When you want to unbox your thing and you come on the channel to unbox your things from EGS, I'm not going to rush you. You're going to take your time. Okay. Oh, I do have before, but I have a whole video before. But I'm doing it live and I'm not showing the before video. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, here's the thing. Kool-Aid Man is in the ICU, okay? He'll be back soon, within a couple weeks. He will be soon. But right now, he got punchy, okay? All right, that's it, okay? All right, go. All right, we're going to go. Okay. See what's happening? You can see what I see. You see what I see? Okay, you can see what I see. Okay. I'm gonna get copyright for my special voice. Okay. Okay, let's start again. Maybe I'm gonna enjoy this. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy this. All right. We're getting there. Oh. All right, ready? All right. So I think the grade should be somewhere around here. Okay. I think the grade would be somewhere around here. Maybe. I see a QR code, but I don't see the grade yet. I see blue. I see blue. Look. I see blue. Okay. We got something blue. Okay. We got blue. All right. So already we got success. It's blue. Okay. All right. Ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. All right. Now. Okay. I didn't see. Okay. But now I see. It's blue. X-Men. Marvel Comics. Okay. 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 All right. You know what? My nerves are freaking shot. My nerves are shot to hell, and I'm gonna have to play some music just to calm myself down a little bit. Let's just add some music on there while we're doing this. Okay. 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 Let's just add some music and make this a little bit more pleasurable. All right. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I can, but maybe you can't. But I can. And that's all I need. I need to be able to hear it. Okay? All right. All right. All right, boys and girls. The positive thing is the cover on the back is intact. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Did anybody know which side the number is? The CGC number is on the front? I think it's on that side, right? I think it's on. All right. I don't know what number it is. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Okay. And then nobody could see. Nobody could see. Okay. Nobody. All right. I can't do it. I can't flip my hands over by doing that. But we're gonna just do it. All right. We're just gonna do. Who cares? I'm gonna just do it like flipping like this. Okay. All right. All right. All right. You guys ready? All right. Ready? Dun 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 dun. All right. Oh, I got a bill. Oh, hold on. I gotta take the bill out. Hold on. I gotta take the bill out. I don't want you to see my stuff. Oh, hold on. I didn't know that's how it comes. It has a bill. Okay, I saw the bill. Okay, now you can't see the bill, but I can see the bill. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. All right. I got it flipped over. I got it flipped over. Looks good. Looks nice. Looks fancy. Looks fancy. It looks nice. It looks, and it's all mine. It's encapsulated. My X-Men #1 is encapsulated for the first time ever. I suppressed it. On this day of freedom, I suppressed my X-Men #1. Okay? All right. Is it? Was it really? Was it Munch? Was it really? All right. Fuck it. You freaking cheated. It is a 1.5. The hell? The hell? Let me see. How did Munch see that? I didn't see that. How did you see it if I didn't see it? Huh? All right. All right. Look, this is what we got. Look. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna have to make a video and basically put a piece of tape on it and pretend that I didn't see it, and so I could get like a gazillion viewers. Thanks, Hialeah. I'm kind of like, like I'm happy. I'm happy that I got a 1.5. I am very, very happy. I'm very pleased. It definitely exceeded my expectations as far as what I thought I was going to get originally. But when he told me 1.5, then I'm like, you think we could get the 1.8? Because I got greedy. But you know what? I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. Definitely happy. Now, I did not press this. I did not clean it. I did not any of the like. I did not do any of that to this comic. Okay? I did not do any of that. Possibly you could have got a great bump for that. Matt Nelson said he didn't think it would make much of a difference, and for that reason, alone, I'm like, leave it alone. I'm not planning on selling the damn thing anyway. So, in case something like that comes across the line, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm happy too. It didn't come a 0.5. We would have had a coronary here. Okay. We would not have. We would have had a very bad stream if it was a 0.5. No. Oh, you think so, huh? Mr. Funny Man, huh? Huh? Yeah. Well, kiss my ass. That's my camera angle. You make your camera angles the way you want to make them, and I'll make my camera angles the way I want to make them. Okay? How's that sound? Okay? How's that sound? Huh? How's that? How's that? Is that better camera angle for you? Huh? Does that make you happier? Does that make you happier? Huh? Mr. Camera Angle Man? Mr. Freaking videographer? Huh? Well, here's the thing. I got another submission that I gave in with all my signature books that I'm waiting to get back, and they haven't even shown received yet from CGC. So to be continued on that. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to see exactly how that goes. If you kiss my ass, will you get a higher camera? Yeah, you could do that. You kiss my ass. How's that sound? Okay? All right? You can kiss my ass, and maybe I'll get a higher camera. Okay? That's it. No more. No more camera talk. So let's see what the hell they wrote here. Let's see what the hell it says. Origin and first appearance of X-Men, Professor X, Cyclops, Iceman, Angel, Beast, Marvel Girl, and Magneto. Wow. Now that's a key. I like the fact that they actually didn't miss one, because I've seen a lot of slabs that actually did not have Iceman in there. I don't know why. Did they exclude Iceman? I don't know. Stanley story, Jack Kirby art. Pretty cool. Very cool. Very cool. Doesn't have any notes on here. Cream to off-white pages. Okay, so it's cream to off-white pages. It is cream to off-white pages, unfortunately. But, hey, it is what it is. At least it's not brittle pages. At least it's not falling apart on me. I'm happy. I think I'm happy. I think I'm in jubilation. Huh? Yes, I do collect Santa books. And I have some very cool Santa books, my friend. Don't test my Santa collection. Okay? Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you, Worm. Thank you. I'm very, very happy. This book, I like the fact that it has some value to it financially, but at the same time, I like the fact that I was able to find a way to preserve it. It's one of my books from my original collection that actually survived, and I'm really, really happy that I was able to find a way to make it survive through this method. Now, did I make a mistake with as far as not pressing it and stuff like that? I'm not sure, but here's the thing. I'm gonna tell everybody this. As far as my experience with CGC thus far, and this is my first submission directly that I did with them. Okay, I have not had an awful experience with them. I have not had an awful experience because, one, they were helpful. They always did have a good customer service. Anytime I've called up, they actually answer the phone. And here's the thing. I feel like the fact that I took it with me and I talked to people directly face to face, I got better answers than I was getting on the phone. I was really, really happy when they explained to me how the unlimited value, the unlimited value assessment works, because I never understood that. Like, how do they figure out the grade? How do they figure out how much to charge me in a percentage? And they told me they base it on the raw books value, not the graded books value. So that makes a big difference. Because I would have had to pay a lot more if they did it on the graded books value. This thing cost me, with the shipping and everything, $175. So I think well worth it. I think go do your thing, Mark. Happy Freedom's Day. Happy Independence Day. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. Yeah. I don't know what the hell the notes say. That'd be great to find out what the notes say. I don't know if I could bring them up or if I can't bring them up. Maybe let me see if it'll give me. If it'll give me my notes. If they give me the notes, I'll share them with you guys. If they give me my notes, I will share them with you. View status. I'm bear with me. I'm a little bit. I'm like really, really like new to this shit. As far as what I'm doing, submission number. What's the fucking number on this thing? Let me see. 475. Fuck you. 427 882. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna go look it up and see if it gives me notes. And if it gives me notes, I'll share them with you. You guys can see what they wrote on there for me. And if you don't care about it, that's your problem. I care, and I'm gonna find out right now. I'm gonna find out. Where the fuck do you look it up? Where the fuck do you look it up? This is annoying. Yes, you wait 37 minutes for one book, you ass. You and everybody else that tells me how to do my own channel. No more of that. You do you, I do me. Okay? All right. Don't tell me what to do. Okay? Fucking guy comes in here, freaking starts telling me 37 minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay? Oh, great. I found him. Okay. So let's see what it says here. All right. I'm going to share that with everybody. No, I can't share that with her. Shit. All right. Maybe I can't share it. Let's see. No, I can't share it. All right. But I'm going to tell you what it says. I'm going to tell everybody what it says. Okay? So you know. It says detached cover, which I knew. Heavy creasing to cover. I knew. Heavy staining to cover. Don't ask me about the stains. Which I knew. Pieces out of cover. I knew. Spine splits to the cover. I know. Tape stains to the cover. I know. And all those notes added up gives me a 1.5 in their eyes. So, there you go. So, I'm happy. I don't know if anybody else is happy. I don't care because I'm happy. Because that's what's important. But are you happy? I guess Punch is not going to punch anybody today. He's not going to give anybody a good Hawaiian punch. But we're all happy here. We're all happy. And that's it. I think, I don't know. Should I end the stream? I think I should end the stream. I made my point. I said what I wanted to do. Hey, how about a short stream for once? Does that make sense? Well, you don't have to be jealous. You could be happy for me. You don't have to be jealous. You could be. You could just be happy. How does that sound? You could just be happy. Okay. Well, would it make you happier if I let you on the stream so you could talk about it? Is that what you want to do? Is that why you're jealous? Because you're not on the stream with me and you're not getting your stream horror abilities on? No? No? I don't know. Anybody feel, should I continue streaming or should I end this? Huh? What do you guys think? Should we end this or should I continue streaming? If I continue streaming, I'm gonna put a StreamYard out there and people could join me in and they could tell me how awesome I am. Well, you may think a lot of things, nerdy. You may think of a lot of things. Okay? You might. But don't ask me to do freaking wrenches right now because I'm not going to put any wrenches on right now because I don't have my YouTube on right now. If I had my YouTube on right now, I'd be able to give wrenches. I can't do that through StreamYard. Understand that. Okay? All right? All right, listen, I'm going to put a StreamYard on there. Anybody want to join me? I'll hang out for a little bit. If not, end. If not, we're going to end it. Okay? Okay? I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy. I'm a happy man. I'm a really, really happy man. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy me. Happy, happy me. I'm a happy man. Happy, happy, happy man. Happy, happy, happy man. Happy, happy me. Happy, happy me. All right. All right. Let me see if I can find something. Let me see if I can find something. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Hello, Worm.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. Even though you told me
everybody
because you're jealous, what the fuck, man?
Wait a minute. I mean, there's always a little bit of jealousy. I mean, yeah,
why do you have to be
jealous?
Why do you have to be jealous? Why can't you just be happy?
I'm just being honest.
All right, since we're being honest, since you know what this is going to work perfectly. You know what this is going to look perfectly next to?
Yeah, it will look really nice on my shelf.
No, it'll look really nice right next to this. How do you like that?
You should.
It will look really beautiful right next to each other. Wouldn't it look gorgeous? Wouldn't it look gorgeous? Huh?
Did you show that book, or you showing that now?
I had that book.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had that book. Here. Let me make myself big so you can feel because really.
Yeah, I feel really small now.
You can see how beautiful they look together. Look how beautiful they look together.
Well, congrats.
They look so beautiful together.
They do look beautiful together.
Speak of beautiful people. Hello, Trip.
Hi.
Hey, Katie, what's up?
You believe this guy? Like I was so happy to get this. Like I would have been happy.
Is it wrong for me to feel jealous?
I would have been so ecstatic for you. I would have been like, oh wow, the worm's got it.
I would ask you to be like controlling my emotion for 40 minutes.
I wouldn't say that I'm jealous of you.
Control myself and say I'm going to be happy for him. I'm going to be happy. But
I would have said good for you, man.
I'm jealous now.
That's mean, man.
I'm not mean. I'm just telling you the truth.
I'm just saying that's kind of mean.
No.
Congrats.
How was your 4th of July?
I slept.
Yeah, me too. My sleeping hours all screwed up, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know what day it was when I woke up this morning, so I'm so tired. Yeah.
Well, I had a very long night last night.
Oh.
And
yeah, you were saying something about a Tinder lady.
Yeah, we had an experience, but it's private.
Oh.
It's not for little children ears to hear.
So late night is what we're saying.
So we're not going to be discussing that at this point in time of the day.
Late night.
Hey, Christina.
October
Hello,
16th.
Christina.
October 16th for what?
The grade is 1.5, Mr. Von Hoot. Dr. Van Hoot. I'm sorry. I know what doctors hate it when you call them Mr. All right? So
Mr. Dr. Von Hoot's in
Show
the
him
house.
again. I mean,
Mr. Dr. Von Hoot. It was a 0.5. I'm ecstatic. It came out. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. And you know what?
Date.
I think I'm going to do this more.
I mean,
What's that?
I could understand if new people came in and you have to keep on showing it. So,
Yes.
if that's what happened, then okay.
Well, he asked, "What's the grade?" I'm not going to tell him.
No, show him too.
I mean, I could keep doing this for you. I mean, I could keep doing this
for Dr. Von Hoot.
Hey, Worm, look what I got.
No,
Look at me.
this is
Look
for
at me.
Dr. Von Hoot.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at
This
me.
is
Look
for
at me.
Dr.
Look
Von
at me.
Hoot.
Hey, Worm. Hey, Worm. Hey, Worm. Hey, Worm. Hey, Worm.
Yeah.
You want to know something?
What?
Look at me. Hey, everybody, look at me.
Are you even listening to me?
Look at me. Hey, everybody, look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Happy me. Happy me.
What did you get from CGC? Oh.
I think you need to go big screen so that you can
Yeah, you need to go
show that
big.
off again.
No, they could go rewind
They
and watch
could.
it. They could watch it on the rewind, and YouTube could make gazillions because I'm demonetized. All right. So there you go.
Why are you demonetized again?
I've been demonetized for months now. They hate me. They
do
hate me.
not like the journey. They do not.
The YouTube hates me.
I don't blame them.
They said that you hang around a worm, and we don't like that.
How come I don't get demonetized?
Because you're their plant. They have you to tell on everybody. That I bet it's you. I bet it's you that told on me that hey, this guy's using copyright stuff. Get him.
Time.
Get him. Get him. Get him. You threw me in the wormhole. That's basically what you did.
Oh, snap.
Actual Dracula. Did Actual Dracula saw it? And
Yeah, he was here. Everybody was here. Everybody's here. You know.
You guys should kill me. Love it.
I wouldn't tell the worm if you get monetized, TM. I wouldn't tell him. He'll throw you in the wormhole too. He doesn't like you and your ham meat. I could assure you, he'll throw you. He'll throw you right into that wormhole and feed you.
He shows his butt again. I'm gonna throw him in there.
And he'll feed you to the mutated worms down there.
Oh shit.
He'll get you. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I was a little bit freaked out with this whole experience because I'm a paranoid fucking guy. I really am. I didn't trust to send anything to CGC with all the stories I hear. Oh, we got another guest. Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Hello. Congratulations.
Independence Day.
Congratulations, man, on the X-Men 1.5.
I appreciate it.
This is, I think, first time meeting you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been around chats together, but first time on a panel together or a show. Yeah,
I know
her a lot.
It's not that glorious. It's not that glorious of an experience to meet this guy, but
really, I don't have any. Any opinion either way because this is my first time.
No, I'm just tapering your expectations. That's all I'm doing. I'm just tapering. That's all I'm doing. But you're the CGC expert. You know about this stuff more than I do. Would you have pressed it and cleaned it?
I probably would have cleaned it up.
Would it made a difference in the grade?
It probably would have got 1.8.
You think so? Guy said the guy said it wouldn't make a difference. Matt Nelson himself said it wouldn't make a difference.
Matt Nelson started off as the head presser at CGC. He was not a grader. He learned how to grade later on, and promoted himself to the head grader, and now he's the president. So I'll just leave it at that. So
all right. Well,
but he used to be a presser, but he didn't. A lot of things is to talk about pressing, and a lot of people who use pressers will tell you like there's a select few that are out there that actually really clean books. A lot of them just press the books.
Yeah,
there's a few, So he might have said that, not realizing the cleaning probably would have made it look a lot. Some of that dirt, in the white areas. You probably could see it better than us. Certain white areas are probably not as white as they could be if you take a little bit of that dirt off.
Absolutely. I know that if I took a little Absorine and I actually used an eraser on it a little bit of cloth, I would have gotten some of the stuff off.
Yeah.
However, it is very brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it doesn't say it's brittle, the cover is marbly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm concerned that the more I rub it or play around with it, it's going to flake off.
Yeah, that's why a professional, somebody who does all like they do majority of the time, like that's their job. I know a few people who they really that's what they do. Like no promotions here. I know Erod, that's like really his main job, and what's his name? Dustin from Two Brothers. So I think they would have took their time. Those people that I know.
I actually spoke to Erod directly.
What he said.
And he told me that he's got like a 3-4 month waiting list right now.
Yeah.
And the other thing is he doesn't touch any kind of cleaning or restoration or anything like that. He does only the pressing now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that probably takes too much time. It takes so much time.
And honestly, I wouldn't trust sending it to somebody that's not within like close proximity to me. Because if they fuck with me, I want to be able to go there and beat the shit out of them.
Also, I mean, if you're not reselling this, you're keeping it for yourself.
Well, no, I'm talking about if I sent this to go clean it up. I'm not selling it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, doing what we're talking about is just for presentation for himself.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't pressing and cleaning. In that type of book, it really doesn't matter as much.
I will not risk cleaning by if he's brittle.
Well, if he's not doing anything with it, I would have did it just because it would have looked a little bit better.
The other thing I look at it as far as a value point from a 0.5 to 0.8, not a dramatic jump, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, and I'd rather have a well presenting 1.5 because it looks better than a lot of the 1.5s I've seen. Than a 1.8 that might be a little fucked up with the cleaning. So I don't know. It is what it is.
What's your handle, by the way? I don't want to call you by your long handle there.
Is who that, man?
Who that comment?
Who that?
Comics.
Who that? That's why IG. IG's who that _.
Who that comics?
No, you got to say with you got to say with oomph. You got to say.
Let's say who that. Let's say who that. Let's say.
You got to say who that.
Who that? Okay. All right.
No, not who that. Who that? Who that?
Hey, I have a Korean accent. I'm sorry.
You got to use the New York. You got to use the New York kind of
I'm not
thing.
in New York. You don't even let me in New York, buddy.
He doesn't let you in New York. Oh, man.
He's a New York pretender. He came here for 6 months. He says, "I'm from New York." No, you're not. You're Oklahoma.
Man.
Oh man, I'm in New York.
But I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, it's based on our experience. With my experience of cleaning, I will not touch it. But with you're pretty confident about cleaning. I mean, yeah, understandable, totally understandable.
I'll play around with lesser value books. Don't get me wrong, but something like this, I don't want to fuck around with. I really don't.
I mean, it was already detached. If you see, I didn't know it was as brittle as you're making it sound.
No,
so I wouldn't have did it if you're saying it's brittle. But if it's not that brittle, I would have cleaned it up a little bit.
The marbleization was what was concerned. Yeah. Hey, son of Bruce, this guy knows a little bit about this stuff too. Like that's why I was concerned. Like if you saw the video that I did when I was with Matt Nelson, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. I watched it.
So you could see while he was like
a little chip came off, huh? It's like yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Yikes.
Huh.
You should have seen the look on his face. He was freaking out. Like
So I saw his reaction. I was like, he's nervous that he damaged that book.
Meanwhile, he didn't know.
You could have got a 2.0 out of him.
Well, meanwhile, he didn't know that piece kept flaking off for the past year.
How did that piece was there?
I kept trying to stick it back on with boogers because boogers are organic.
They're organic and they harden. They're hard.
Yeah, and they can't get me on glue. If you put, here's a little tip to anybody that's restoring books: boogers are not glue; they're organic. So you can use boogers, no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty dry.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I said a book covered with boogers. I'm like, how are they going to grade that?
You could have probably tried reattaching the cover then.
What do you think? What do you think that if they made a notation on when you turn that into like, hey, Matt Nelson said this is 1.5, so it can't go under 1.5. Get your conspiracy on that.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
There's a booger attachment here.
but you know the thing is, hey, I didn't.
It's a DNA and there's comic journey, so that
pedigree. That's a pedigree. Pedigree.
I could see some shenanigans happening if I submitted directly through him and he took it from my hands. But he didn't even say anything like, just tell them a notation for me to grade it or something like that. He didn't even do anything like that. So I think it was one of those things where he was confident that it's going to hit 1.5.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I
I turned in my stuff at Dallas, and this is what was told to me, and I had a couple of other people who do YouTube and were with me, and they heard the same thing, and they were like, "Whoa, what?" So I cracked a couple of books to get signed, right? And the guy was like, "Yeah, we want to make sure we put this in the computer and put the label with the book." He said, "Because you want to make sure you keep the same grade." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "You're supposed to grade it again." So that's what was told to us. That's what was told to us, and we were like, "Okay."
So I guess we'll see. So I guess you didn't repress it or anything like that after the signing.
No, that's why I said we're gonna find out. I know the books exactly which ones were already graded. One was actually a 9.8. So we'll see if that what they said is correct. Because
that actually works out really well. We could actually run an experiment between ourselves because I did something different. I have 4 books that I submitted that I had signed. And I have a pretty good idea what the grade should be. I had done a Wolverine 1 limited series, and then I had a remark done by Joe Rubinstein on, and I had him sign it along with Chris Claremont sign it. Now it's like a mid-grade book. It's not a great quality book, but I thought it was a cool thing to do on a book that's not a high-value book that would actually bring a little bit more to it. You know what I'm saying? So I did that to that. That's going to be a keeper. I got another Wolverine 1 anyway that's in a higher grade that I didn't want to touch as far as drawing and shit on it. So I did that to that, and I'm thinking it's going to come back at a 5.5 tops. I'm thinking. But they told me somebody told me, I don't forgot who, that I should press it before I give it back in. So what I did was I had them do the pressing before. I did that with 4 books. I did that with an X-Men 95 from the original Uncanny X-Men edition that I had Chris Claremont signed, because that's, for people that don't know, that's actually the first book he went solo on as far as writing without Len Wein writing. Even though Len Wein has credits on there, that's the first book he took on entirely by himself. So a lot of people think 94 is, but Len Wein really wrote that one, and Chris Claremont was helping out with that. Hold on a second. What's going on, Rude?
What up, bro? Hey, I can only be here for a little bit. I just wanted to congratulate you, CJ.
I appreciate it.
I wanted to tell Naman that I love him. Naman, I love you, bro.
Hey,
well, I appreciate the kind words to me, but save the love for Naman when it's his time. It's not about him; it's about me right now.
Not his time.
Okay.
No, that's dope, bro. That's
I'll
dope. You
push
got
you
that book,
further.
bro. That's cool. Thanks for
Oh,
taking
I'm
us on
sorry.
your journey.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
So I did it for the 95. I did it with the Wolverine one. I gave him I had a Wolverine 1 facsimile signed by Claremont as well. And Nelson told me that it'll probably get a 9.8 if I have it pressed. So I'm like, all right, we'll do that. And then I got a Wolverine 1 from the regular ongoing series signed that I think it's going to come back at a 7.5 or something like that. So I did those 4 books. I know that it's not smart to do all those 4 books as far as getting them all pressed and slab, because they're not high value books. But I did it as an experiment with the signature series. I want to see how that goes, and I want to see by using the pressing services if I could get a grade bump or not because of that. Again, I'm a very conservative guy with the grading. So like I said, this I was convinced it's a 1.0. You know, a 1.5. I'm very happy that they hit it higher. So I'm very along those lines. So when I get my stuff, I'll let you know.
You want to show that?
And maybe we could do a little bit of comparison as far as how they come back, as far as what your expectations were, what my expectations were, on all the books that we did.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot. I know some of the expectations for the ones that weren't already graded, but all the ones that were graded, I expect the same grade or better. I mean, even one of the books, I had what's his name, Clayton Crane sign, and he was like, "Oh man, I haven't seen this book in a long time." And he was like, "Oh, it's a nice condition." And I was like, "Yeah, hopefully it's a better condition than what they thought it was." So we'll see.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of getting the grading bug right now. I'm almost getting the good thing. Like I want to start grading things now. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let me get my 4 books back after that, and maybe I'll
This is just a start, man. This is your little start experience to see how the other 4 books. Because if the other 4 books come out great, you're really gonna get the bug.
When is your full book coming?
They haven't even been shown received in the system yet, which is a problem. They got an archaic system. I don't know if you guys know. They got like this archaic system where they make you fill out the thing for the signature series, and all you do is fill it out, and it doesn't even show up in the computer. At least when you do it like these kind of books, even if you give it in yourself at the cons, it shows up right away in the computer. Those don't show up. So
those high value books have to stay away. They have to show up.
I called them up and they told me they're backlogged on not only on Heroes Con, on all the other cons that they did. So don't expect it to go into the system for at least a week or 2 more. They told me
It took my Dallas books took a week to get checked in, so that should just give you a time frame. And that convention was a week before yours. So
nuts,
so these guys showed in a week. I didn't have it. I still don't have them checked in. It's been 3 weeks since Heroes Con,
and they didn't even check all of them in together. It's like they checked in one group of books, and then it was like because I have 4 different groups of books. I have because I submitted them on different days, so it's like they checked in one group, and then like a day later another group, and then my walkthrough stuff was like 2 days later. I was like, that should have been the first thing checked in.
if this thing goes well, I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff done when I go to NYCC, because there's a lot of people that I would like to get stuff signed, remarked from, and I'll get a lot of stuff. But I want to see how this experiment goes first. But I'm really, really happy with this, because now I got 2 pieces.
Damn.
Trilogy.
You need the 94 now.
How did you get these books?
I got
CJ, if you don't mind me asking.
I need the Hulk.
Oh, the Hulk. Yeah.
What's that, Rude?
Is this something that you purchased? How did you get these books? Is what I'm asking.
This one,
you're taking us on your journey.
All right, so I'll put you on my journey. This one here, it's a funny thing. I got this in the 90s, in the mid 90s. Okay, and the funny
not that
thing
long ago, but it seems like it is a long ass time ago.
it is pretty long ago, and the funny thing is, I got this from an ex-girlfriend of mine. She got it for me as a birthday gift.
I think you told us this.
And I ended up keeping it. So, I'm a cheap bastard. I don't like to spend a lot of money back then. And she spent about 30 I found out from my comic dealer that she spent about $300 for it back then. which is a lot of money, for like teenagers and shit, So I was,
yeah, it is.
I was like ecstatic. It's something that yeah, I have that sentimental story that's part of it, and at the same time, it is one of the books that I value a lot in my collection. And this one I actually won in a raffle.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I actually won this in a raffle.
Throughout the community or what?
No,
He gambled on it.
there's a seller called Collectibles on Whatnot. You've heard of him, Whatnot? Who that?
No, I haven't heard of him.
So here's the deal. He was selling slabs, okay? He's doing auctions on slabs, and every time you got a slab from his auction, you got a chance to get a raffle in there. He would spin a wheel, and you would get a thing in there. So I won a couple like that through buying slabs. And then he was selling individual raffles for like $30 a piece. So I bought like 2 of them. All together between the books I bought and the raffles I bought individually, it cost me $270 all in, as far as what I spent in order to get my bids in there. Okay,
Not bad.
I think that's a pretty good payoff. I was shocked as hell that I got it. But
That's
but
great
even,
when it works out like that.
Yeah, but even
cool,
if
bro. That's some gambling right there.
Even if I didn't win, I still got all the books that were worth the money that I paid for it. So
That's cool.
I was happy.
Take notes, bro. Take notes. Take notes, everybody.
I'm one of these calculated risk kind of guys. So like, if I'm gonna play raffles or I'm gonna do stuff like that, I a lot of times there's sucker bets when you're doing that. But if you're actually getting something out of it when you're buying, like if somebody's offering a raffle per purchase, at least you're getting something with that raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do it like that instead of just paying $50 or $100 per raffle, and you lose. You know what I'm saying? At least I got something out of those. So I was very, very happy to get that. But the 181 is really on my radar right now, and I'm on a mission to find one for under $1,000, and I think I will.
Yeah, that's the only book I've noticed. I don't know if you noticed the CJ or anybody else has. It's like that in the Miles book is like people trying to hold on to the pricing for that book. It's like everything else is kind of like going down slowly or kind of leveling off. It's like everybody wants high price for the Hulk 181. And you're like come on, like
they are tapering down though. I will say this much: even though they're holding on, some of the lower grades are tapering down. I think sooner than later I can get a low grade, maybe a 1.0 or maybe a 1.5 or somewhere around there for $1,000 or less. Or maybe I could get one that's qualified with the coupon cut out for under $1,000.
What's the value on those right now?
Listen, it's hard to find one for anything under $1,500, no matter how shitty it is.
I could look it up. I have GPA pulled up if you really want to know.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I'm pretty confident. Even the shitty condition ones are still going for $1,500.
But I did look up your X-Men 1. I was like, ooh, that's going for a good little bit in the 1.5.
Is it?
How much is
I don't know what it's going for.
$4,300.
Oh man,
43. So it's dropped actually a lot.
Well, the last sale it starting to go back up because the last sale is higher than the 90 day.
You're gonna put? You did the 180. You slapped the 180.
No, I haven't slabbed the 180. Here's the thing. I don't know if I will ever want to slab it. It's with a coupon cut out. So I don't know if it's worth it to get a green label on it or not. I'm kind of holding on that as a spot filler. If I end up getting a 181 that has the coupon cut out, then I'll grade all 3 of them because I have 180 and then I'll have 181 and I have 182 with the coupons cut out. So then I'll slab all 3 of them and have them all with green label. Even though it's a weird thing, I'm like, hey, it's Hulk, it's a green label, and
with that coupon would be,
and I'll have a entire set of coupon cutouts. So, what's that?
181. Hello.
Say that again. What would you say?
181 with the coupon cut out at 1.5 be still more than 1K?
It's hard to find them for
a 1.0 is 1K, but it's gonna be hard to find one that low grade. You know, you have to find it raw. I think he could better. He like what he's talking about. I think he can find it raw in a low grade condition for like $1,000. I think
that's what I'm on a mission for. The closest I've come to recently was $1,400, and
with the coupon cut out.
No, that one actually didn't have the coupon cut out, but it was beat to shit. It was really, really beat to shit, and the cover was detached. And I said to myself, you know what? I'd rather get one that actually presents a little nicer, even if the coupon's cut out, and pay less for it, rather than get one that's really beat to shit and it's got all shit all over the cover and all that, and it doesn't even look right, you know, and pay that kind of money for it. So I passed on that one. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe it wasn't, but
I would have passed.
I think there's opportunities somewhere out there. You know, I'll be able to get them. I'm not concerned. The Hulk 181 is a book that is very abundant. It's not necessarily
very abundant.
You know, people think it's like rare. It's not fucking rare. It exists. It's just one of those highly sought out and highly valued book in people's collections. The people that have really good ones don't want to get rid of them. They want to keep them. Almost like this book. Like you want to keep it in your collection. No. However, you see this book. This is one that there's a lot of out there. There's a lot of these out there.
That and the Hulk 181s, those are very abundant.
You know, so like this is the kind of book. If I didn't get it this way, I would have eventually gotten it, and I would have paid under $1,000 for it because I refuse to pay the higher numbers for a highly printed book. I'll pay higher dollars for books that are hard to find or very, very scarce. No problem. But the ones that there's a lot of, I figured there's going to be an opportunity sooner or later that I'll be able to find one. That's why I'm not jumping over myself to get an Ultimate Fallout 4. I'm not. You know, like I got second print. I got all the variation.
Must be tons of those books out there.
Not tons, but there's 93,000 right now. As far as what the census says that were published at that time. Okay. There's a lot of things that say 72,000 or 73,000, but it's really 93,000 because they were actually put out over a 2-month period. And people just take that first month into consideration when they look at how many were published. So there's a lot out there. And if you look at the census, there's a lot of them that are, majority of them that have been submitted actually are 9.8s and 9.6s. So it's not like it's like something that's like, hey, it's impossible to find. And no, it's possible to find that. You just got to be willing to pay the price that people are asking for it on.
Yeah, I think there's somebody did a video. I think it's like over 500 on the census of Hulk 181 9.6 or better. So it's like over 500.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
For a Bronze Age book, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's those. I mean, you're not all those census doesn't count all these books in the wire, right? I mean,
no, it doesn't because they had somebody who actually had an unopened box of Hulk 181.
That actually happened in the 90s. Somebody discovered a warehouse find of 181s. Another guy discovered a box of, people are not gonna like this, Fantastic Four 48s and 49s.
You could they find those? Does the book drop really quick?
They found a whole crate, not only a box, a whole crate of She-Hulk number 1s and Miss Marvel number 1s. So these things exist. Like, I'm not saying you're going to find a crate of something down the line, but you know what? Barnes and Nobles carry those newsstands of Ultimate Fallout 4.
I'm waiting for somebody to find a box of those.
I assure you, at one point down the line, you're going to see somebody discover like a batch of them, maybe not a box, but a batch of them that have been forgotten about in the Barnes and Nobles that closed down. It's probably going to happen.
I wouldn't doubt it if that's the same way you remember was it Kmart was closing down and people had all those unopened video games and stuff, and toys and all that stuff. So
Listen, you want an ET #1 from Atari, ET video game from Atari. I'm sure there's, well, we know there's landfills filled with them, but there's
let's play some.
more in the warehouse.
Let's fantasize. Let's say we found one of those boxes. What would you do?
What would I do?
I would give one to everyone in the Insomaniac chat.
The honest truth.
Like, we made it rich.
I'll tell you what I would do, because I already know. I know a person who actually found a case of Hulk winning ones, and I know what he does. He grades one every year, and that's what he lives off. He sends it to like Comic Connect or Heritage. He sends it, goes to CGC, comes back a 9.4, 9.6, or 9.8. The auction is off, and that's what he lives off. Every year.
Well, if we're going to be completely honest, I wouldn't be that much different from that. If I had a crate like 100 books like that inside a box, I'd go through them, obviously, to see the conditions and all that stuff, and I'd assess them. I'd only tell a handful of people that I trust that I have that box.
I'll tell a zero.
If you're gonna sell them, you can't tell nobody, because if they know you got hella books, they're gonna be like, hey, you know what? They're gonna try to lower the price.
Well, that's why I said I'd have to trust them. I'd probably give a couple of them out to the people I trust that I would give that would want them, and I would probably do the same thing that who that is saying. I would grade them gradually, slowly, and I wouldn't flood the market with them.
You don't want to flood the market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you know what though? If it was a crate, like I had a ton, I'd probably pick up like, I don't know, like 5 or something. I would give them away to like certain people, right? If I had, but I wouldn't be like, oh, I found a crab. Like, bro, look, I found 5 of them or something. You know?
Because you have to think of it like this. That's actually lottery ticket find. That's a lottery ticket find. That's like something
some shit like
that could change your life. You could buy a house with that box. Literally,
multiple houses.
Well, not in New York, but
I'm in Louisiana. He's in in Louisiana. I could buy a lot of houses. I'd probably buy a neighborhood.
but for somebody like me, if I found that actually would change my life a lot, because right now I'm in the hustle. I'm saving money. I want to buy a house again. I'm paying through the nose and supports and alimonies and life. So I find a box like that, I'm gonna be very careful of how I go about it. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna tip my hand to devalue the books at all, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to maximize the profit I make out of them. That would be, like how people like hate to talk about like flipping and stuff like that. Listen, I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. You find a box like that and you don't maximize it and to change your life and make it better for yourself.
Yeah,
you're a better man than me.
That can change. Depending on your area and where you live and stuff like it could change your family's lifestyle tree.
Find out.
I think I seen someone in the news with one of those books, and he had a fucking security walking around him whenever he transported it from like the bank.
Well, they had that guy who's selling off Superman collection that his dad's collection that his dad bought multiples of a whole bunch high grade stuff. One thing he did is he graded a lot of them, so he has a ton of them. So eventually he's slowly releasing a little bit to the market, which you're doing that part smart. But the crazy thing is he's showing it off. So he has a ton of high grade like giant size X-Men ones. I think he had like 10 of them, and I think all but 2 of them came back 9/8.
You're talking about the find that Rage Theo and One True Nerd are helping him with, right?
Yeah. I actually bought one of the books, so yeah. I actually have it right here.
I'm gonna jump out of here, brother. Fucking again, congratulations.
Take it easy. Rue, don't blow up your fingers, man.
Oh man,
I won't.
All right,
I won't. I'll shoot.
Thank you, man.
You're real rude.
Later, bro. Later, Naman. Who that?
Bye.
Peace.
Take it easy, man.
I think I'm gonna jump up too. I want to go draw something.
What are you gonna draw?
Well, you can draw it here.
Are you gonna draw a tennis player getting hit in the crotch with a tennis ball again?
Wait, he drew that? I must have missed that one.
Oh, do you have that available to show who that?
Oh man.
This is not a channel. I mean, this is not a proper time, is it?
It's
always the proper time
dark
for
time somewhere in the world. If you
Huh?
word about late night, it's late night somewhere in the world.
Listen, it's always a proper time for a good crotch shot.
Always.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
It must have like I've been watching the streams when it's like late, but obviously I fall asleep.
You have
And then
no
a
idea.
couple of times I'm woken up and y'all are still going, so I listen. I don't say nothing. I just listen to you guys talking on the way to work.
You have no idea. We were sitting there. He's like bringing out like old sketchbooks of his when he was a kid, and he's like showing us. And all of a sudden, we see a naked woman tennis player playing tennis and getting shot in the crotch with the freaking. He says it's a tennis ball. It looks like a missile hitter.
It's amazing.
Oh man! So I might be going to Heroes Con. I say
nice.
might be because Dallas is already booked for us. We're going to Dallas Fan Expo, which is the week before. I already have my hotel and everything else. I just don't have my flights, but I'm probably gonna go to Heroes, but I'm probably gonna leave Sunday to travel back home to spend time with
But
my
they
dad.
haven't announced it yet, have they? Have they announced all the information
They
yet?
didn't announce it, but I messaged the guy.
Hold
There
on.
we go.
Hold on. So there you go.
Oh,
Where's
fuck.
the? Oh, that's not a tennis ball.
It's like a missile. A missile just shot her in the crotch.
You know, like what do they call that when something happens and you see the disbursement? That's too big to be a tennis ball.
Well, it went in there, I guess.
You know, and she has no expression too, like a typical woman.
Like it's normal.
She takes it and she doesn't even like show any sign of like, emotion on there.
No
What the
concern. No concern. She has no concern.
That's
What the hell?
right before. Maybe I should
Oh,
do one after.
You gotta update that drawing. That's what we gotta get a 2023 version.
Yeah, because he's gotten better at drawing since then. So we gotta get a much more detailed crotch shot. Player. Yeah, you said you're gonna draw. That's something to draw. Why don't you work on that?
There you go. You'll see the bidding war happen on YouTube for that.
I guarantee you, he draws something like that, and he says, "You know what? I'm gonna raffle it off." I guarantee you, there's gonna be bidders out there.
You know what's so funny? You're gonna get a lot of people with their side accounts. You're like a lot of side accounts.
It's gonna be interesting. I can
assure you. Too ashamed to buy with their real account.
Yeah, they're not gonna go to their real account.
Yeah,
so
you won't see who that comic's going after. You might see that comic guy or something.
you might see who that, but you might see who's that. It's gonna be somebody. I'm telling you. That's
Cap. Ahoy, Cap.
Captain Comics.
Hello,
Yeah.
Cap. Happy
man.
Independence Day, Cap. So they haven't released the information on Heroes.
I sent them a DM because I was like, I like to plan my stuff a year in advance.
You also like to get a good deal on your stay, right?
Well, yeah. My wife works for the Hilton, so I can get relatively really inexpensive stays, especially if I do it ahead of time. So they messaged me back.
I know who to hit for a hookup on the Hilton then.
Shit, a funny story about that. I'm the only person that signed up for her friends and family, so she can't give friends and family to nobody. And so that's so funny.
She's only allowed to give one.
I forgot how it goes. I'd have to ask her about. She had just left. I had to ask her how it worked because I know she had to update it, and she only put me and I think her mom because they're very they're looking at a lot of stuff, but they messaged me. Was it the Heroes Con, Heroes Online? DM me, and they said they are. This is what they said. They said they're already out. It was on the back of the program book, which nobody says. It says June 14th through the 16th, 2024. That's what they messaged me back.
You know what? I have the program still. I kept it, so I'll take a look at it and I'll see if they're bullshitting or not.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if that's because I'm like I asked you about it and a few others who were there. I think anybody who had the program would have been like, "Oh yeah, I know what it is. It's on the back."
I think they're bullshitting. To be honest, I don't know. Like I'll look. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But if that's the dates, yeah, we're planning on. I'm planning on. Well, the plan is to go Friday and Saturday, and leave Sunday. But
Have you ever gone there before?
no, I have not. Well, I should say I'm probably gonna fly in Thursday night, and then stay Thursday night, and then go Friday all day Saturday, and leave Sunday like afternoon or something.
I think you'll like it. I think it's your kind of con. I think you'll enjoy it.
So we'll see how if we can do it. It's nothing's guaranteed, but because we're definitely doing Dallas. My wife and daughter had a good time at Dallas, so.
See, I got it right here.
All right, we're gonna see if they were lying.
Oh shit, they were right. Look at those assholes. Look at those assholes. They were right.
And I don't think anybody looked at the back of it at the bottom, I guess.
Fucking devious fuckers. Look at that. They wrote it right on the back, right in front of our eyes. Look at this.
I thought they were lying because I thought you were gonna turn it over and it's gonna be blank.
These fucking people. They put it right in there. Hey, I'll give them more credit than they deserve. They're organized. They know what they're doing. They already booked it.
Well, that's what you should do. Because you could book hotels a year in advance. You can't get flights or anything like that, or but you can get hotels. So.
Well, you know what? I might start looking at the flights when they come in, to try to book something with insurance on it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what I'll do if I could find a really, really good deal.
Yeah, because you can start looking 6 months before.
Not American Airlines. Fuck them. They sucked. They sucked so bad. You know what they did to me? You know what the fuck they did to me when I was leaving? All right, get this. I downloaded the American Airlines app, okay, and supposedly it gives you updates on the flight in case it's delayed or whatever the case is. So I had a 9 p.m. flight. I think it was a 9 p.m. flight. Who are you waving to? Who are we waving to?
Glenn.
Oh, are we waving to Glenn? Oh, hello, Glenn. Hello. Let's pause my dialogue to say hello to you. Hello, Glenn. Hello, Captain. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everybody. Hello, Freaky. Hello. All right, no more hellos, okay? All right, now I'm deep in thought.
You just say hello to Freaky just now? He was here like
I said hello already. No more hellos.
Wow.
Don't correct me on my hellos. We did them already. Everybody gets equal hellos. Okay? All right, so I'm looking at the app and I get an alert. It says, "Oh, the flight delayed 9:20." I'm like, all right, no big deal. Then 10 minutes later, I get another hello. Another
hello.
All right, hello, G-Man.
Mr. G-Man.
All right, okay, all right. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. 9:20, it's not gonna change my plan. I'm still going there. Then I get a 9:30, then I get a 9:38. Then it goes to 10:10. Then it goes to 10:30. Then it goes to 11:15. I'm like, oh fuck me. We're gonna get plenty of delays right now. So instead of leaving from the hotel was about 15-20 minutes away from the airport. So instead of leaving from the hotel at 7:30, I was going to leave at 7:30 to be there by 8 o'clock and be there for the 9 o'clock flight. Instead of leaving, I'm like, all right, I'll go have dinner with a bunch of misfits that I was with. I think it was with Roscoe and Matt and a couple of comics. I don't know who the fuck I was. So I was with people. So we were having dinner, whatever the case. Suddenly I get an alert saying from 11:10, that was the final thing. It turns around and says, and the time right now is 9 o'clock. It says from 11:10, it jumped back down to 10:10. And I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? Like, how do we go backwards? And it's 9 o'clock right now, and I'm not even at the hotel to get my stuff. So I'm running like an asshole to the hotel to go get my stuff, to call Uber to come pick me up, and to go. I barely get there. Like, it was like 9:45. Okay, I'm freaking out. The woman in the front that's checking my bag, she's like, well, you're gonna make it. Maybe you're gonna make it. I'm like, if you shut up and just put my stuff in, then we're gonna make it. Just come on, let's do this. Like, what the hell? She's taking her fucking time. I'm not done with her until 10 o'clock. My flight's 10:10, by the way. Okay. I run like a maniac. I try to get through the freaking, how you have to go TSA shit, all that stuff. I'm telling them I gotta get through fast. You gotta put me through the line because I'm gonna miss my flight. It's not my fault. You know what? It's American Airlines' fault. But yeah, somebody's got to take They finally let me through. I get through. I finally get on the plane 10:10. We get an announcement from the freaking pilot saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sit tight. We're gonna be a half an hour late." Like, you motherfucker, man. Like, seriously, you gave me fucking a heart attack. I'm going back through an emotional roller coaster. Think I'm gonna get stuck in Charlotte for the rest of my life. And all I want to do is get back to New York. And that's why I hate American Airlines. So,
well, hey, that happened to us. We were flying Southwest though, but we were already at the airport. We just, like our normal time. All right, this is the time, so let's go. So we go to the airport at Southwest. So we just hanging there. So we got like an hour before we're supposed to fly out because we're already, we're in the whatever. We know what all the restaurants and all this stuff is at. So we're hanging out. All of a sudden, we get a delay. Then we get another delay. We kept getting delays, and I was like, man, we didn't get home till like night. And then all of a sudden, we're just hanging out, eating. We said, well, might as well eat some dinner. So we eating. All of a sudden, I happen to look at my phone to see the app, and I said, the time just jumped to like the flight's leaving in 30 minutes. And I was like, oh crap! Like, so luckily we're already there. So we just, we walked to it, and guess what? It still got delayed like an extra 30 minutes after the time they updated, and they never changed the time on the app. Like, it just said, all right, you're supposed to leave at 2:30. Yeah, I know it's 2:30 right now, but we didn't leave. I don't think we got on the plane till like 3 o'clock. So like 30 minutes later, whatever time it was. And I was just like,
pain in the ass.
I was like,
real pain in the ass.
Man. I was like,
but at least you were there. I'm looking at the app 3-4 hours in advance, and they're telling me delays. So I'm like, why am I going to go to the airport early if they're already telling me it's delayed? Like, they're putting there for a reason. Like, don't come and wait. Would you assume that's the reason they're putting in the app?
Yeah. That's why I was like, it's like two different circumstances. But I wish they would have told me, like, hey, no need to rush. We're gonna be delayed. No, they wait till you get there and like, like, oh, we delayed. Because I had to tell my boss at work. I was like, hey, I might not make it in tomorrow because we're delayed.
It's crazy. One of the reasons why I kept this, besides I like keeping souvenirs and shit from cons that I go to. One of the reasons I kept it is because this actually is artwork done by Art Hughes. I don't know if you noticed that. It's actually
Adam Hughes and a few others.
Adam Hughes. How did I say Art Hughes? I was thinking Art. They're in my head. Adam Hughes, and I like that. Like, I wish he was there. Like, I wish whoever they use as the art for the brochure is actually there. Because it would have been nice to have him signed the fucking program.
Yeah, that'd have been. Yeah, that's kind of. Like, you're gonna use somebody's art in every headline. You would think hey, let me invite you to be here. We'll pay for you.
Even if it wasn't headlining, as long as it's like, one of the artists that are actually there. They could give it to all the smaller artists and have them get a payday out of it. That would be nice. But it would be nice. So now I'm gonna hold on to this until the next time I go to Adam Hughes' signing. Amongst the other things I'm gonna have him sign this. It'll be nice.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. I want a video.
I thought you were gonna leave like a half an hour ago. Why are you still here?
Jeez. I just want to say, hey, G-Man, that sounds great.
I thought you were gonna run right off after you showed us your crotch shot.
More people to say, look forward to in Comic Heroes Con. Who that?
What's that?
What that's gonna be my name that I do the raffle on when you raffle.
What's that?
It's gonna be the crotch. What that?
What the? And happy Fourth, everybody. Joe Beckerman just came in, so I'm gonna go. Good night.
Bye, Nam.
Bye, Naman. Well, I'm assuming he did that.
He got his name.
That looks like his signature, doesn't it?
I think he did. I think he did the lady. The lady. And Jeff Smith did the.
Let's see.
Well, dude.
Let's see. I'll tell you who. Who the fuck is this? I don't know who's. K Story. Who the hell is K Story? There's another signature here too. You see that? K Story, Art, Adam
That
Hughes.
looks familiar. There's another one on the other side too.
Jeff and.
There's another signature here. Where the fuck is the other signature?
It's next to Jeff on the other side. There's a signature.
So one up there, but I can't. It's like squiggly things. It might not even be a signature. It might just be a design. Oh, you're right. There is another one right under Bones' foot. There we go. I don't know what that says.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to see.
It's hard for me to see, and it's right in front of me.
So it's like a little, it's like a mashup, like with like.
Look on the interior. Maybe it'll tell you.
Oh, that's a good suggestion, K-pop. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be lost. Thank you.
You got to remember they put the dates for 2024 on the back too. They didn't tell anybody.
They did. Yeah.
All right, so actually, there's a lot more that meets the eye here. The cover art is done by 6 different people.
Whoa.
So we got Jeff Smith. You were correct. We got Cully Hammer. Who the fuck is Cully Hammer?
I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck Cully Hammer is, but if it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's a neutral, I don't know, but it's on there. So we got Cully Hamner. We got Adam Hughes. We got Jason Pearson.
Okay.
We got Brian Stelfreeze. I've never heard of Brian Stelfreeze.
Brian Stelfreeze.
Yeah.
He's very good. Very good.
Who the fuck is that? What does he do?
Batman stuff, doesn't he?
I know he did a lot of Black Panther stuff.
Okay.
Panther, but then he do something with Batman? Or maybe it was something he was auctioning, maybe was Batman, I saw.
I know he was auctioning something off with Shuri, I think. Or was it Shuri? I can't remember. I don't know, but I know he did a lot. I know he did a lot of Black Panther because I have his run. Black Panther.
Somebody recently showed an original art. It was from Stelfreeze. It was Batman something.
I'm not quite sure.
It was probably a commission piece.
And Carrie Story was the last person that was on there. So
no idea.
Here's the thing: they got 6 people that did the cover art, and I don't think any of those 6 were actually at Heroes Con. Makes it even worse. Now I'm not going to sign it, but
I think Stelfreeze was there because they did something to do with the auction, the art auction.
He did an art piece, original piece for the art auction. So Brian Stelfreeze was there. I know that for a fact because.
But I don't know if he was signing.
Well, I know he was there because I was like, man, I would love to meet him.
Cully Hamner is a man and done a bunch of stuff. Okay.
Beckerman says they were all there.
That's why we have Beckerman to tell us all about the artists.
They were all there?
They were? You know what? I wasn't paying attention. How's that?
Yeah, because you would have got them all signed.
Yeah, I would have literally. Adam Hughes was not there. Dude, Adam Hughes was not there because I would have went to Adam Hughes if I saw him. He would have been on my top artist list.
Maybe he was at wherever the print guy was at, because wasn't there a print guy, but he was at the Heroes Initiative? Maybe he was there.
Let me see.
I know he was doing a CGC signing around the same time.
No, maybe he was at the CGC thing then. Maybe he had a special place for that.
I know.
Featured guests. No, he's not here.
Damn, Beck.
What the fuck is Becca saying?
You weren't there. Oh,
yeah, well, you did see me, and now you know I was there. What the fuck? Where's Hughes? Let me see where Hughes is. A B C D E F G H H comes after G. Okay. I get confused. Larry Hama didn't show up because he was sick. I was disappointed. I wanted to see him,
Who was that SummerCon?
but he was not here. He
When
was
was
not at
SummerCon? The
Heroes.
week wasn't
He
it the
can't-
same weekend? Or the week
No,
after?
no. He was scheduled to be here. He canceled because he was sick. We got note of it like a couple days before, or a day before, or something like that. Nope, Hughes was not here. Liar, Beckerman.
Damn.
He was not here. Oh, now because I called you out on it, now you say he wasn't
Oh,
there. You said
shit.
that everybody was there.
Oh, Beckerman, what are you doing?
You said everybody was there, but he wasn't there. You made me go and look and do my ABCs to make sure I didn't miss the H, and you freaking you lied to me. All right. Now I expect an apology. All right. Anyway, all right. Adam Hughes is the only one I knew out of those artists. So, by the way, G-Man, congrats on starting your show on daytime with the rest of the day dwellers. The Insomniacs are going to miss you at nighttime, but hopefully you much success with your daytime adventures.
Definitely.
I don't know
And
how
I
well.
did. I was gonna tell him I didn't miss Monty in Dallas. I saw him.
Oh, snap.
Yes, he's pretty tall fella. Because we took a picture. I was happy to know he was around the same height as me, and he was not wearing gloves. So whatever people say, he was not wearing gloves. He was looking at a book. He was looking at a book, and he didn't have gloves on.
Gloveless fucker.
Did you bring Al Gore?
No, he didn't have. He was just sitting in the corner like he was security for his shop.
Listen, Beckerman, don't dodge the topic. We were talking about Adam Hughes. He was not there, and you admitted that he's not there, but you said everyone was there. Adam Hughes would be considered part of everyone, and he was not there. So I'm just saying.
He did say everyone was there.
He did say that.
That's why you said I would have got this thing signed by everybody if you all were there.
Yeah. No, that's why you need to choose your words carefully. You need to we look, words are there for a reason. We need to choose them carefully to know. Hello, Biggie. What is he blowing up today? I bet you he's blowing up a whole bunch of shit over there.
All kinds of shit, probably.
In Ohio.
Oh, not yet. It's not dark enough yet.
I wonder if he's chasing those neighbors that keep breaking into his mom's house with the fucking fireworks.
Ooh, I hope he shoots the fireworks at them.
How fucking good! I would pay good money to watch Biggie with a Roman candle and just start shooting people in the ass that try to break into to his mom's grandma's.
You could just go after them and then just start blasting like the Hulk Hogan theme music. Yeah, it's amazing.
That was a thing we used to do as kids. We were fucked up kids. We used to on 4th of July we used to get the Roman candles and have Roman candle wars and Whistler wars.
Yep.
You know how much it hurts to get hit by a Roman candle?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, it's not
blind. You go blind if you hit you in the eye. I know that.
You will burn your buttocks like nothing else.
I bet.
He said he's still
Whistlers too. It's funny. Like sometimes we would little whistlers and we'd hit them, and the fuse wouldn't go off, and it'll bounce off, and then we'll look at it, and they'll blow up in front of our face. That was fun. Something was wrong with us.
We were delinquents back in the day because it was pre-internet. We didn't have anything to do.
Listen, 5 out of 6 still doesn't equal to everybody. Do you understand? Everybody means everybody. Everybody. Yeah. All inclusive. Okay? Not 5 to 1. Okay?
Whoa.
No. Yeah. Well, duct tape. We used to duct tape them as well. Listen, we did rock wars too when we were kids. It's stick wars. Like we'd find sticks and hit each other with it. Yeah, that's fun. We go home crying with freaking bruises and cuts all over us. Good stuff. That I wonder if that made us better or worse as human beings when we were kids.
Good question.
I don't think they ever did a study on that to see like if you did rock wars and firework wars and manhunts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we did all kinds of awful, dumb stuff to each other. The day.
It was the worst. We were the fucking worst.
We did all sorts of shit.
And it was equal opportunity. We all got our ass kicked equally. It wasn't like we found one kid in particular. Even the nerdiest, like wimpiest kid that was there found a way to get his revenge on us.
Oh,
There was always something. You know, I remember there was one kid we called Pajama Boy, and because he was coming out in his pajamas half the time, so we we tied him up to a tree one day, and just left him there. And the entire neighborhood, including adults and parents of all the kids, would pass by it, say hello to him, and nobody would untie him. This is how fucked up it was.
Damn,
We finally get back. We went to the pizzeria. We got pizza. We came back, and he was crying. He's like, "What? Let me off! Let me off!" I'm like, "Well, you want some pizza?" He's like, "I'm starving." so we fed him pizza while he was still tied. Then we left him still tied. At least we fed him, you know. So we had that guy. We had another guy that the thing was every time he would come out with his bicycle, we'd hide his bicycle. Nobody stole it, but we just would hide it in the most bizarre places, like even like hung up from a tree, all kinds of stuff. And one day we found like a bag, like there was an Arab family that was right by us that threw out, I guess like they had like clothes, Arab clothes, like with like all the like traditional Muslim gear and all that stuff. So we decorated the whole bicycle with like in full Muslim gear. So how you call it? This was bad. So we're running all over the place with it looked like almost flags were like attached to it with his bicycle. He's like, "Don't do that to my bicycle! Don't do that!" and we finally get him. The knots were so tied. His dad couldn't get the knots on that. He turns around and tells him, "Leave it. It looks nicer anyway." I don't know. We were weird kids. We did a lot of different things. I'm sure other people did different things, but we were weirdos. You ever do stupid stunts when you were kids? What's that?
No, I did not.
All day long, I've got scars all over my body for the dumb shit that we did
Thank you
as
very much.
children.
No, we did crazy stuff.
Oh,
you know?
we did dumb shit. Dumb shit.
I can't remember a lot of my stuff, so I'm gonna mark that down to like playing sports and hurting myself, so I don't remember everything.
Thankfully, I never got really injured with sports like hard. I fractured. I got hairline fractures a couple times. My ankles would get fucked up a lot because I played. I played power forward and center half the time because most of the kids in my grade were like in my class, or even when I was in varsity, were short, and they weren't like really big. Even the taller kid than me, he wasn't. He didn't have much bulk. So when we're playing other teams that had like a 6'6" or 6'5" guy on there playing center or power forward, they made me go against him because I had a little weight on me, and then I could I could hold my own as far as trying to box him out. But it also meant I get my ass kicked half the time by these guys because I was trying to box up a guy that had like 6-7 inches on my height.
Yeah, beat me up. I have bad ankles too.
So my ankles were freaking shot to hell, man. Every so often I'd have to do something that I had them bandaged up half the time. And I'm only like 6'1", 6'2", I guess, if you stretch me. I don't know, but that's basically what I was,
Yeah, I'm same height. I was a big kid all the way going to like 14 or 15.
But because of the type of work I did, I worked with my father for years in a bakery, and I used to carry shit and work in the kitchen and all that stuff. I had a little bit of muscle on me just because I lifted shit all day, 100-pound sacks of sugar and flour and stuff like that. Even if you're not working out, well, I had a little bit of muscle and a little strength on you. So I had I had that not like beautiful muscles. I had like just ugly muscle strength. So.
Ugly muscles.
Yeah, grown man muscles.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I had. So I was 16 years old. I was that height. I looked like a freaking 40-year-old. And there you go. They made me freaking play power forward and center. And my coach sucked. He was such an asshole. He didn't know how he didn't know how to freaking coach for the life of him.
Yeah, I'm all beat up like that too. I got bad knees, bad ankles. My shoulder's shot from playing baseball.
You know what? Freaky for the fact that you actually mentioned that means you've actually either worked at or actually looked at it, because you think pulling dough from a mixer is an easy thing. It's not fucking easy. It is not easy, and it will put a workout on you. But I'm looking forward to Heroes Con next year. It looks like a lot of us are going to be going.
Yep.
It's a little up in the air for me at this moment, but as I see more and more people commit, I think I'm going to be quicker to commit as well.
It's still up in the air for me, but I don't mind seeing how we can reserve the hotel without having to pay for it. So I can just reserve the thing. If something changes, and I'll cancel it. But
they don't charge you anything. When I reserved my hotel, they didn't charge me.
They don't charge you until you check out.
No, they just took my credit card on file, and I had up to, I believe, 48 hours before checking in to cancel if I wanted to. So there's not a lot of risk when it comes to the hotel itself.
Nope.
The risk is the airplane.
Yeah, they actually want you to check out 48 hours before. They want you to cancel right before, like 40 hours, 72 hours. You know why? Because they can charge somebody else 3 times the amount that you got it for.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, like you said, flights are the more kind of,
those if you're going to book it in advance, the flight, I recommend paying for the insurance to do it, because I didn't do it with the insurance this year, but because I got good cheap tickets, I paid for my flight round trip for less than $300. I think it was like $290 or something like that. That was not expensive, and I think it was another $100 to pay insurance on it. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take the risk."
Yeah, we did the same thing. It was like $300 and something for 3 people round trip for Dallas.
For 3 people,
I was like, yeah, for me, my wife, and my daughter. We did it like 6 months before we were supposed to go. I waited for Southwest. Southwest do those deals, and Southwest hub is in Dallas, so it was like 3.
That's super cheap.
It was like $100 a person. But when you add the tax and everything, it ended up being like 4
round trip. That's excellent, man. I wish that was like that.
Yeah.
New York. For New York, the tickets were on the average about $400 to $500 for all the airlines, and I just got a lucky break through American Airlines at that point, because I didn't book it in that much in advance. Like originally, I was supposed to take a drive down with Brian down to. We were supposed to do a road trip down, and kind of fuck around and do video and streaming while we're driving down and that kind of thing, and he ended up backing out. So I'm like, you know what? I already paid my HeroCon ticket. I'm already booked at the hotel under my name. Screw it. I'll just get the tickets and come down there. So I ended up going through with it. But the flights actually worked out for me, because when I booked it, the price had dropped in February to where they were previously. I think February or March when I booked it. and there was like a couple week period that they just dropped for some reason compared to the other things. On the flight back when I was coming, that miserable flight with American Airlines that I was coming back, half that plane was empty.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've never seen a flight like that empty from two major cities. So it was interesting.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like when I flew a couple of plane rides, not the last one that we took, it was actually overbooked. But all the flights I got on, we weren't sold out like we thought we might have been. They had empty seats all over the place, and we were like, huh. It's from Dallas to New Orleans, which is, very common. Like that should not be sold. That should be sold out.
Hey, Biggie, you want to know the grade? You want to know the grade of this? Then you got to go and rewind it and watch it. I'm not telling you. How's that?
Unless you can't see it right there.
How's that, fucker? Huh? How's that? Holy shit.
You watch 37 minutes to get to the grade.
I know that after that comment, the Biggie, he's going to go on and he's going to do a full stream rant of comic circle jerks.
Comic circle jerks. I asked them the grade. They want to play games.
Brother. Fucking ask Journey a simple question and he won't fucking answer to me. Actually, I'm looking forward to that video. I hope he does that. It gives me entertainment, man.
That's some good stuff.
I wish there was a category for most nonsensical rant in the comic community. I would vote for him.
Him, PTT. There's a couple of them that would get that vote. Yeah,
but he makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
PTT is good as well, but he's not as animated as Biggie is. I got to give Biggie props on that one. He makes it exciting because you don't know what the fuck is going to come out of his mouth. That's the thing. Oh, Bleak was lurking in the background. I thought he jumped out a while ago.
He probably just got home from work.
Yeah, he was on a while ago. Yeah, Canada, they don't celebrate July 4th, so
Canada Day was the other day.
Yeah.
Fucking Canadians. Why don't you celebrate our holiday? The whole world should celebrate our holiday. If it wasn't for the United States, tyranny would not be.
But I do agree Canada should celebrate our day because we kept tyranny away from them. I agree with that one. Maybe not the whole world, but I do agree with Canada.
Listen, you say what you want, but Canada and Mexico, because they're bordering us, nobody's fucking with them internationally. Nobody's fucking with them. No, you don't see Soviets coming in there and dropping missile silos right next to them or anything like that. They're under U.S. protection.
You are American, Bleeker. You live in North America.
Ooh.
America,
yes.
man.
And you're Native American, like you. So burn. You're 2 times more American than me.
Shit.
Because he's Native American and he's
damn, Bleak. Hey, Boar.
That's true. He gets burned twice with 2 holidays.
He does.
Nope.
You burned down the White House twice? Wait, Canada burned down the White House? Or did Native Americans burn down the White House? I'm very confused with that statement.
No, I'm saying that Native Americans got burned twice with the 2 holidays.
Yeah.
They're like, they say independence for who? Like, what the fuck?
I'm waiting for somebody from Europe to join the chat and say Happy Tyranny Day.
Glenn. Hey, Glenn. USA. Suck it, UK.
You know what, Biggie? You are our vigilante. You are our comic vigilante. We need you. We need you to fight for the rights of the comic community. That's who we need.
He can drive the hero.
Hogan. You eat your vitamins, say your prayers, and what else does Hulk Hogan do? And kick ass and do Gawker. And,
What he
the,
said,
and, that,
eat your vitamins. I don't know. What else he said?
and bang the Bubs the Love Sponge's wife on videotape. That's what we do.
Whoa.
Mega power hours. The mega power.
Everybody forget about that with the whole Gawker thing that Hogan got caught with.
Hogan.
You guys don't remember that?
I don't remember that, but I do remember the story about him missing out on the George Foreman grill.
Missing out on what?
You never heard the story about him missing out on the George Foreman grill?
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yeah,
all his money's right there.
Yeah.
Well, to his credit, he did try to do the Hogan grill after, which was a colossal flop. But
he tried to do the blender, but he got with the wrong company. He should have got with the Ninja.
No, he actually made his own. Ninja. He had his own grill after. That actually had to get recalled because it kept malfunctioning, electrical issue, and burning people's kitchens down. So.
Damn. That's okay, Glenn. I will take you out on the kart track any day.
So where's UK Day? UK Day is today. Thank you for bringing us to the United States.
Wait, hold on a sec. Doesn't Britain have their own day, a celebration?
Yeah, the Queen or something, huh? Isn't it like the Queen?
Well, no more. The Queen is
Queen's
dead.
Day.
Well, it's like whatever the royal day. I don't know. But
thank you, Wilbur.
I know Canada has Boxing Day, the day after.
I thought every country had their own form of Independence Day. I mean, Greece has their own Independence Day.
Canadian Day was Saturday.
Everybody does. I know France. I know Jamaica has one too. Everybody has one. You're right.
Yeah, I would assume. Well, you know what? Britain is usually the one that's oppressing everybody. So I'm assuming that they don't need one because they're like, we fuck everybody else.
We celebrate oppression day.
Now that you know what? Now that I think about it, when has Britain ever been taken over? Name another country. Every other country at one point or another has been like dominated or taken over or beat the shit out of. Not Britain.
Did Napoleon take them over?
No. They couldn't take
over.
Oh,
he had to fight with them, and he didn't have enough money, and he ended up losing.
In World War II, they were the last stand in Europe. Yeah, Germany beat the shit out of everybody else except for they were beating the shit out of Britain.
Rome did try, but Rome didn't get up there.
But Britain never gave up with Churchill.
That weather up there, the weather up there is so different.
Still are, Glenn.
You know, it is pretty swampy there and shitty. Maybe people don't want to take
cold on certain days, rainy.
Yeah,
kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they don't want. Maybe that's the same reason people don't want to go to Seattle. They don't want to go to Britain. Like it's always raining and shit. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, Hitler. What?
He just puts Hitler in the chat.
Just Hitler. I'm surprised they actually let him actually type that.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Because YouTube was blocking people from actually writing the word Hitler out.
Yeah, you couldn't write Hitler or 88, which is
yeah, what is that? What's the 88 thing? I don't know what that means.
What is it, like the eighth letter is H, I think, and I forgot. It's something dealing with the numbers 8. I think the 8 letters H and something, and the other 8 something else. I don't remember.
I remember like somebody was doing some kind of giveaway thing, and you had to write numbers, and I kept writing 88 for some reason. I'm picking 88. And it kept blocking me. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it blocking me? And somebody else said, you can't put an 88. I'm like, what if that's the magic number? Like, what the hell? But I never understood what the logic was. Why 88 is a bad number, or like 666 is a bad number. I know that one.
88 is a good luck number in like Chinese.
That's why I was putting 88 because I know it's good luck in Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means something for the neo-Nazis. I know that for a fact. I just don't remember exactly. I know it has something to do with Hitler, the name, with 88.
Well, I would appreciate any of our neo-Nazi viewers to let us know what exactly it means, because
Please
wanna know,
let us know.
we want to be educated. You know,
All
like,
you
let us know.
X-Men 1 fans that know your knowledge, let us know.
I'm not going to say who might be a neo-Nazi or who's not. That's your, you
Your
want to live your life.
prerogative.
You live your life the way you want to live your life. I'm not going to judge
Mhm.
you, but we would like that information of why 88 has been
Yes.
taken out of our numbers.
My money is not on Bleak, since he is
Native.
native descent, because they tend to not like people of color. I don't think he would
I
make
don't know.
it past.
He might be pulling what's that dude's name from the Chappelle Show thing?
Oh my God, he's pulling oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They do it in the South down here when you can pass. That's what they call it. He's like, oh, you can pass? I was like, pass for what? Pass for getting my ass beat by the neo-Nazis.
They took over Britain. They was
Oh, he's talking about Hitler. Oh, Hitler didn't take over Britain?
No, he never got Britain. They
tried.
They bombed the shit out of London. Don't get me wrong.
They bombed the shit out of fucking London.
He fucked them up, but he never got to submit.
Yeah. The stories are behind that. They bombed the shit out of London. They just never went full out and tried to, go across the canal or whatever it's called, the channel. They never went across the channel like with troops.
All right, there's a documentary on 88. We're going to find out what that. I'm going to watch that documentary, and I'm going to help educate everybody on what the hell the 88 means.
If I wasn't lazy, I would Google it right now.
I'm lazy. Well, I don't care that much.
I'm too tired. I'm barely awake right now.
I'll be really honest with you. I don't care that much. But if somebody's one of our neo-Nazis just wants to type it in so we can read really quickly, I'll be fine with it. But
plus, I don't want to let my phone know I'm looking up for neo-Nazi stuff. You
the Google eyes, they'll get you. They're like, oh, Mr. Black Man over here is looking at neo-Nazi stuff. We're gonna get you. Could you imagine? That'd be hilarious.
All of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls from all that kind of stuff. Oh, God.
That'd be funny if they start like, let's say you're looking at something, okay, and all of a sudden you get alerts, you get blocks, and all of a sudden like, oh, we are canceling you. Well, for what? For looking up stuff that we don't want you to see. Like, what the fuck? That's next. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. If people think that the big brother and the googly eyes in the sky are not watching us, they're watching every single thing that you're putting in the thing. Even now, you see what we're doing right now? They're analyzing every single word that we're putting in here, and they're determining it. Oh, is this guy's a risk or he's a fool? And if they think you're a fool, they'll let you keep going. If they think you're a risk, oh, now we're gonna get the cancel police on you. And that's what I'm ashamed of how the red coats were. Were you really? Why?
Because they roll red coats and they let everybody know where they're at.
Because it's a numerical code for Hail Hitler. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's
something, yeah.
All right. So now that makes more sense. It's a numerical code for Hail Hitler. Okay. So 88 means Hail Hitler. Okay. Now we know. So we don't Hail Hitler. No 88s. Okay.
Thank you, Bleeker, for the Google check, because that seems like he copied and pasted it from Google.
It does. It really, really does. And I listen, Glenn. A lot of people did fucked up things in their history. Don't be apologetic by it. We fucked up your tea. We took all your tea and we dumped it in the water, and then we said, "Fuck you. We're keeping your land." Because if you think about it, really, what happened with England? England came and colonized. They fucked over the Indians. They said Native Americans. They basically said, "We got your land now. Now we got your land." And then all of a sudden, the people that were actually British said, "Hey, we don't like you guys. You're really fucked up. But wait a minute, we're all English. We don't care. We don't want to be English anymore. Now we're throwing you out. So it's like a cycle of one person throwing the other person out. So it's like a chain.
And then the history of some of the Indians giving or selling land because they sold Manhattan.
Manhattan,
yeah. But if you know, I think you know the history behind Manhattan. They basically they didn't understand why somebody wanted that land.
Yeah, like I'm right here. I'm in the city. They freaking gave it to us for beads.
Yeah, it's like we don't use this land. You can have it.
Sucker. Sucker, I got beads.
Like Florida gave that swampland to Disney. He didn't think he was going to use it for anything good. He's like, oh yeah, you can have all that swampland.
There's a little bit more to meet the eye on that one. Disney was smart. He went under a whole bunch of aliases and bought all their land before they caught wind that was Disney buying up all of it. Because
in Louisiana, he was supposed to get Louisiana first, but the politicians found out and they wanted a little kickback.
They wanted to gouge him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's funny how things go full circle. Now Florida wants to gouge Disney again. It's funny.
The biggest employer of your whole state.
Not only that, the biggest attraction of your whole state. You know how many millions of people go to Florida just because of Disney World?
Yep.
Just because of Disney World. I think more people go to Disney World because of Disney World than they go for Miami.
Yep, all the beaches. You could probably combine all the beaches of Florida, and probably more people go. Well, you know that's for a fact, but more people go to Disney than all the beaches of Florida.
Well, you're probably right. There's got to be some truth to that, and they want to basically say, you know what? We're gonna tax the shit out of you. We're gonna fuck you up because we want it. Like it's stupid. It really that's why New York they lost everything they had as far as industry and all that stuff because you just tax the fuck out of everybody and they're like, you know what? I don't need to be here. I just don't need to be here. You think if Disney all of a sudden said to themselves, you know what? Enough is enough. We're gonna sell off all our land here. We're going to sell off everything, and we're going to open up shop somewhere else if we want a smaller scale. You know how many
states will jump on that?
And they'll be saying, you know what? Not only do we want you, we're going to help you build it. How's that sound? They'll jump all over that.
I know one state will jump on it real quick is Texas. Texas will jump because we got a whole bunch of land here.
I'm telling you, it's
and no state income tax. Oh man!
Funny thing, the originally Disney was gonna do it in New York. Thank God for him, he didn't do that in New York because they would have fucked him.
In New York, man. Thank God he didn't do it in Louisiana. Man, it's so hot here. Florida's hot, but we're hotter than Florida. I'm sorry, like it's ridiculous.
You guys are swampy.
It's swampy, stupid heat. Somebody made a joke just today. My wife shared it with me. Said, "Hey, it's like you don't have to worry about somebody hiding in the back of your car living down here because you know why? Because he'd be dead."
Could you imagine the swamp ass that everybody would have if they were going to Disney roller coasters in Louisiana? Holy shit!
The only thing that would make it good is the alcohol content. Like the alcohol here is like probably way better than Florida. So it'd be like people would be drunk a lot, but you'd be sweating your balls off.
Although they could probably get away with doing cheaper rides as far as building the rides in Louisiana, they could probably just make ropes attached to like a limb and you hang from it and just hope that the alligators don't eat you. That would be a fun ride.
You probably would have alligator petting farms.
That would be a fun ride, dangle you from a rope and let's see if the alligator eats you. They got alligator farms in Florida too. I've never been to one. I've never been that intrigued by alligators to go see a whole farm of them. But
what's so funny is Florida tries to. They act like they have alligators as much as us, but it's so common here. It's just so common here. People run over alligators over here. It's so common.
Well, do you have boa constrictors and pythons there?
No, but we got what's it called? What's that poisonous freaking snake. The mom, is it mom? Not mamba.
Mamba?
No. Yeah, I can't think of it.
Rattlesnakes?
It's like a black snake, but it's very deadly. They're very poisonous.
Is it from the U.S. or is it like one
Yeah,
of
it's
the?
from the U.S. It's from the U.S. Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of shit that'll kill you here, though. It's like ridiculous, you know.
They probably do. It's all fucking swamps, man. The crazy ass animals will come out of the swamp, man.
Insect will bite you, and your whole arm swells up. You know, we got.
Oh, that's what it probably is. Moccasin. I know.
Yeah,
that.
water moccasin. Yeah, water moccasin. Yeah, we got those. We got shit that they sent here from France. They thought they were helping the state called Nutri-Rats. Those things are freaking terrible. They look like beavers with bad teeth.
I'm sure you could take the like cutest fucking animal, put it in the swamp, and all of a sudden it becomes like a fucking vicious thing. So I would have meant. But the thing with Florida is they got crazy ass exotic animals flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Like all these rich dudes that had like stolen them from like Africa and the Amazon River and wherever they stole their animals from, and they smuggled them over to the U.S. They had them there, and with the hurricanes, they escaped, and now they're like all over the freaking Everglades. So it's like nuts. It's nuts over there. Like you could be walking around and an anaconda will fucking get you. You know, like
I think it's too hot here for some of those snakes. So here, I don't know about Florida.
No, I don't think so. I can't be hotter than the Amazon River, man, or Africa. I don't think you're hotter than Africa. Africa's hot.
I mean, somebody put out a meme picture talking about it was somebody from Texas said Texas right now is hotter than 99% of the world currently. And then I looked up the temperature where I live, and I was like, guess what? We were the 1%. I said, isn't that some shit? I said, they're like, the heat index here when they posted that was like 117. It was ridiculous. And like you said, that's all swampy type heat too. So
isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Like they say this all the time in Arizona, in Nevada, in Texas, but at least it's dry heat, dude. An oven has dry heat. I want to see somebody put their head in an oven that's 120, 130 degrees and be okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it's the only thing I do. The humidity can mess with people if they're not used to that. Like when you see somebody from those states that you mentioned come to like Louisiana or Florida and they walk around, they look like they're about to pass out because they can't breathe. But like me, when I go to like Nevada and when I went to Las Vegas, I was like, man, it's hot as hell, but at least I can walk around and breathe.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. New York doesn't get as hot as all the places we're talking about, but the humidity levels are off the freaking charts here. Like it's ridiculous. There's days in the summer you're walking and you literally feel like the humidity is like drowning your lungs. That's how much freaking humidity and liquid is in the air. It's ridiculous. I thought it was hot and humid free here. The sound's off. Yeah, it probably is awful. It's sticky. That's the other thing. Like when you got humidity, you're all sticky and shit. You walk out of your house. You could take a shower, literally take a shower, walk out your door, and by the time you get to your car, you're sticky from the fucking humidity.
I'll tell you how hot it is. But it's 100. It feels like 100 right now, and it's 7 p.m.
It's 70, and it feels like 100.
No. It's 7 p.m. and it said the feel like temperature is 100 at 7 p.m.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's how. Yeah, but like you said, it's so sticky. Like you can go in the shade, like, and you're like, oh, at least I'm in the shade. No, you're still gonna sweat your butt off and feel nasty. Like it's best not to take a shower and go out there in the summer down here because you're gonna need another shower as soon as you get inside.
So what's the ideal time of the year to go visit there?
Actually, if people really want to come visit, me and my wife always tell people come during Jazz Fest time. If you like music, if people like music. Fall? Actually, Jazz Fest is in the spring.
Spring.
Yeah,
so it's not too hot.
It's not too hot. It could be, but it's not too hot. Well, down the south, anytime could be almost too hot, but it's not usually not that hot. It's maybe in the 80s, 90s.
So no Mardi Gras time.
I never recommend anybody come from Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras would probably be a better time for us temperature wise, but I don't never tell anybody to come visit a Mardi Gras. You
don't recommend walking through puke and getting beads thrown at you?
Nope. Because you can see that normally on Bourbon Street if you want. If that's what you want to see and experience.
So that happens all year round. It doesn't have to be Mardi Gras.
No, you don't have to be Mardi Gras. So I was like, if that's what you want to deal with, just come on a regular day.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. So it's a party town all year round.
Yeah, well, Bourbon Street is. Bourbon Street is definitely a party town year round, but the best time we always tell people come during Jazz Fest. If you like music and you like food, come during Jazz Fest. The music festivals and the food is amazing.
Listen, Hialeah, he's in Florida. Florida is not fun this time of the year either. It is not. It's gross. I've been there in July and August.
Hialeah, we're speaking, but the same thing. It's going to be probably that temperature here. So, if you want to experience Mardi Gras, then go. Yeah, go. But if you just want to visit New Orleans, don't go for Mardi Gras. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to experience Mardi Gras, yeah, but you can go. Mardi Gras is like 2 weeks long, or different parades going on. So you don't have to go Mardi Gras day. You can go like a week before and catch some parades.
See, I feel like I missed the boat with going to Mardi Gras. I should have went there about 20, 30 years ago. When I was a kid still. I think now, I don't know, I'd be afraid to come back with like syphilis or something get
my wife was just telling me. My wife was just telling me, so if you want to do a Mardi Gras experience, you got to go to a Mardi Gras ball. So that's when you dress up in the suit and they go to an event. That's all inside. So she said that's something. But yeah, if you're trying to go out there and be like, catching beads getting thrown at you, or people throwing up and drinking and all kind of stuff, people barbecuing here, and then the baby getting diaper changed over here, all kind of stuff could be happening.
Beckerman, you would love that. You would love just to be in the party environment and like getting beads thrown at you and naked boobs bouncing on your head. You would love that.
Boobs on. Nice. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm tired.
I think I'm gonna end the stream.
I saw you falling asleep. Asleep.
I'm so dead tired right now. I gotta go.
Man, I was like,
I think I might end the stream too. Because I started off by wanting to do a little show and tell. We got a great panel that jumped on. I appreciate you guys, and we kind of what the fuck is this?
I'm gonna go. Somebody else can hop on here. I'll see you guys.
Well,
later.
we're gonna probably end it. Yeah, we're gonna end it. Katie, you doing anything this week?
I got all kinds of shit going on.
Before the narcolepsy hits you.
Friday, fart feature, 6 o'clock. Sunday, Kickstarter people, come watch. Yes.
See what the worm did? He made you fall asleep.
Totally.
It was his fault.
Totally his fault.
All right. Get some rest. Who that? You doing anything this week out of the ordinary?
Tomorrow, me and I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, me and Boston Chris are doing graphic content. So that's around 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Nice.
That's been an interesting show between the two of you guys.
Yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna discuss or talk about, but because I was gone for like a week for vacation, so really don't have much to this. We might talk about the downfall of DC. Who knows?
Downfall of DC?
Yeah, because of the movies doing so bad.
Well, Marvel's doing bad too.
Yeah, well, so I don't know. I just threw out something just now. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. But
that'd be an engaging conversation. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'd like to hear you guys' opinions about that stuff. But the truth is, it's called information overload. We're getting so much shit thrown at us at this time. Now we're being critical about everything that comes out, whether it's good, bad, or mediocre. And they're not going to make the same kind of money they're going through. They're not going to make Batman money on every single DC movie. Why? Because they're not Batman.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, DC's not gonna make the Batman money like they are Joker money like they recently did, and Marvel it's not gonna make the Endgame $2 billion. You know, you gotta look for that $800 million. That's a hit. To me, if you reach that $800 million, that's a hit.
Hey, here's an idea. How about spend a little less money and actually make a decent profit on your movies instead of spending $300-400 million expecting to get a return from it? Watch. Have you been watching Secret Invasion?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I actually like it. It's a lower. The reason why I like it is because a lot of times what other people said one of their favorite movies are in the MCU is Winter Soldier. That has a kind of an interesting Winter Soldier feel to it, in my opinion, and that's why I like it. And to me, it's bringing back story. So I'm very interested to see where they go with it. I'm liking it. So
I think it's entertaining as hell as far as a show. I like thrillers. I like those kind of shows. But here's the thing: my thought process. They need to make more shows like that, like Winter Soldier. They're less costly to be able to produce. They're not as intensive on the graphics. They could probably do them in a quicker time period than they can the larger blockbusters, and make a bunch of stuff like that. Daredevils, Punishers, street level shit, thrillers, all kinds of stuff like that. In between the major blockbusters, do less blockbusters, do less in-game kind of movies, but make them really good. And in between, have good, solid storylines of shows and other movies. Like Black Widow, everybody loves to shit on Black Widow. It was not as awful as people, like if you go back and watch it again, it was not as awful as people think it was.
No, it wasn't as bad as people. It came out at the wrong time. That was the issue with it.
Yeah.
It was a prequel that should have came out like 2 or 3 years before Endgame, you know?
But a movie like that doesn't cost as much money to make as if it was like one of these major like super sci-fi graphic intensive type of CGI movies. You could make something like that for a reasonable budget, keep it under $100 million, and actually make a good profit from it. You know, if they spend $100 million on a movie and they made $300,000 from the tickets, I think that's a success.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're going for the whole bunch.
I think it is 3 times the amount that they spend on that they have to make. So so if they spent $100 million, they need to make $300 million that's profitable. I think that's how it all works. But it's the spending aspect and guess what? It's I don't know if the spending aspect is going to go down because we got the writer's strike. They want more money. Then we're about to have the SAG strike. They're going to want more money. But they had like you said, they had an opportunity with the Black Widow thing. Her sister could have been slid right in with another TV show. They could have did another TV show. Not because they did the movie Black Widow. Then they could have had her sister slide in with a TV show, like with introducing the new Black Widow. And
it would have been engaging as hell. It would have been a fun watch. Yeah, it would have been a fun watch. But they're not thinking of it right. Listen, this writer's strike. People are like taking sides on it. It's gonna fuck. You know who's gonna fuck this writer strike? You? Why you?
I said I pointed to myself because I'm a consumer.
No, it's not gonna fuck us. It's not. It's gonna fuck their own industry within themselves. Because this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna in order for them to sell and they keep putting out content that us, the consumers, are going to buy, it's got to be better quality. Clearly, people are starting to show that with their buying power. If it's shitty, they're not going to watch it. Simple as that. So, and streaming has fucked them a lot as far as going to the movies and that kind of thing. The thing is, they don't need to have 10 fucking writers on a regular TV show. It could be 2 writers, 3 writers at top to be able to run a show. Now, all these bottom feeder writers, they're all like demanding all these things, and they're demanding to get all the same kind of pay that the top writers are getting. And at the end, you know what's going to happen? They're like, you know what? We're going to equalize the pay. We're gonna give everybody more money. But guess what? We're gonna have less positions. How you like that? How you like that? We don't need 10 people now.
Yep, they're not gonna have those bullpens of writers when they're doing shows. They're not gonna have that. It could be like 2 guys, and that's gonna be it. Or
So
it might
it's
be one.
end up fucking them up a lot. It's probably gonna actually increase the quality of what we're watching, because you're gonna have better talents on there. Because they're just not gonna hire the shitty talents, and at the same time, everybody wants incentives or royalties. I bet you they're gonna turn around and make it performance based. So you want to get the accolades and you want to get money on the blockbusters that you create. Are you going to take a loss on the ones that are flops? No, we don't want to talk about that. Like, let's say you write 10 screenplays, right? And 2 of them are knock it out the box. Like, you make money like nobody else's business, right? But 8 of them, you lose a shitload of money for the studio. You're taking no responsibility as a writer for that. But who's taking the loss on that? The studios. Not that I'm a big fan of big business and studios. I'm just being realistic from a business point of business perspective. And it's basically going to be dollars. And what's going to end up happening? You're going to get a loss of jobs because of it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Nope.
It'd be like you could talk like it's a reference of comics like a James Tynion. That's like he would be like a top writer, then be like, oh, these other people who, you work on this comic, oh, you're nice, but I'm gonna wait for James. He's better.
I will partially agree with you with that, Taylor. Yes, you have a lot of CEOs that are not performing, that are completely overcompensated. However, if a CEO is performing and making money for the company, they should be compensated. They should make the richest be rich as balls, because they're making a shitload of money for their company. So it works in a couple of different ways. All the royalties on performance based, you get royalties when shit sells. Well, yeah.
But that's what people, and that statement, people got mad at Robert Downey Jr. because he wrote his contract basically for royalties, and guess what? The movie made over $2 billion, and he got 10% of in game. Yeah, and then we can't afford to do this again. Well, so they did royalties, and guess what? It screwed them. So,
well, you know who made that actually famous? The first guy that made that major famous as far as the superhero movies are concerned was Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
His Batman 1989 performance as the Joker was very, very intensified by his incentives on royalties from sales of the movie and actually merch.
Mm-hmm.
He made a shitload of money for that time period compared to anybody else based on that movie. And he actually says he could have made more if they didn't drop the ball. As far as the who knows how much they could have made.
That's like what's his name? Matt Damon. If he wouldn't have fumbled the ball, he would have made like $1 billion from was it Avatar? Or something like that. It was $100 million something for the first Avatar, like because they offered him a percentage based contract.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those situations where they give the Well, listen, Taylor, I'm going to say this. I know this is not going to be popular opinion. Some of the writers are disposable. I'm not saying all of the writers. A good writer is a good writer. But some of the writers that are sitting there yanking at the coattails of the good writers and wanting to get a payday following them, I don't think they should. Listen, somebody that's a brand new, wet behind the ears writer should pay his dues the way they used to in the past and make a name for themselves before they ask for the big bucks. That's all I'm saying. Same thing happens in the comic book industry. A good artist doesn't all of a sudden get a lot of money to make covers from day one. they have to pay their dues in order to become that big name. You know,
and I'm not a big fan of CEOs myself, but I have to disagree with your statement, Taylor. All CEOs are not disposable, because especially if all you got to do is look at the COVID time frame and see what companies survive because of the CEO. Those CEOs are not disposable, because AMC movie theaters, they should have closed down. Carnival Cruise Line, all those cruise line companies, all of those should have been. They should be all gone by now, because they weren't making any money. But those CEOs did something to keep those businesses afloat.
And you got to keep somebody in charge to make sure that checks and balances are being corrected. So if you got nobody running the ship and they're just spending money left and right on whatever comes out there, guess what? The writer's going to say, "This is great. You should run with it," and they run with it, and it's shit at the end, and they lose money. You know, you have to have somebody that controls that situation. Again, not all CEOs are great. A lot of them are shitty. Like over the top shitty and overcompensated. Don't get me wrong. However, a good CEO is worth their weight in gold. Like really worth their weight in gold. You have CEOs that taken bankrupt companies, demolished companies, and brought them to like new life. So there's got to be some value in that. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of the way the politics and the bureaucracy and the corporate structure has kind of like make it difficult to climb up the ladder. But the guys that actually finally find a way to climb up the ladder and are actually worth their value, they should get compensated.
Yeah, and they have some CEOs. I don't know about currently. I know in the past, I knew a few of them that actually, like you said, worked their way up. I know it was a black guy who was the CEO of Carnival. He worked his way up to become CEO. He was from New Orleans and stuff. So he worked his way up, and the other people I can't think off the top of my head, but I know a lot of people that actually worked throughout the company and
in some companies you really have that opportunity. In some companies you can climb up the ladder, not in all, but in some of them you can start from the mail room and work your way up. There is opportunity in some of those places. It's hard, not easy. You got to be freaking an animal and work 100 hours a week plus to do it, but it can be done. Don't get me wrong. Hello, Ben. So as far as the writers are concerned, I'm not shitting on writers. I think the good writers should get compensated very well. It's all the bottom tier writers, all the new writers, all the ones that have not accomplished anything that are making these demands and imposing extra costs on the companies. That should, I don't understand why you haven't done anything in your life. You haven't done anything in your life. Who gives you the right to be able to say, I'm worth more? You haven't done anything. Prove yourself first and then get paid. You know, why should you get paid Stephen King money? Right? Why should you? You're brand new. You just got out of college. You wrote a freaking blog. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Same thing applies on all the fields. Artists, right?
Highly named another one. I knew it was some other people. Publix CEO started by bagging groceries. Yep. Yeah.
No, I look at it like that. Haven't been free. People want the living wage. I didn't say living wage.
I think he's misunderstanding what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't get what he's saying. I'm going to give you Taylor. I'm going to give you a perfect scenario, and this exists. Okay, you got a TV show for Disney Plus. Okay, and you can look into public records. I'm a Disney shareholder, so I get some of the things that they send in as far as like how their infrastructure is and that kind of thing, and I read up on a lot of stuff. You have a show like, I don't know, pick a shitty show from Disney Plus that was a flop. She-Hulk.
That Mighty Duck show.
I don't even know about that. All right, Mighty Duck show, She-Hulk, whatever.
I said that one because I don't know anybody who watched it.
Okay. So you have a show like that. How many writers do you really need on that show in order to make it a functional show that needs writing? 2? Maybe 3. So you could have
Maybe
Yeah, so you could have checks and balances. You have the two people that are writing from their perspective, and then you have a third one basically to make sure that everybody's even keel as far as writing the right approach. Okay, so let's say 3. Why do they need to have 8 or 9 of them or 10 writers on that show? Why? To fill quotas? To say that they're giving people opportunities and jobs? Yeah, those ones that are at the bottom tier of those writers are not getting paid well, but they're useless jobs. Half of those writers are not even writing. They're there to actually correct spelling or typos and stuff like that, and maybe get coffee for the actual real writers. I'm just saying, it's a paid internship in a lot of these jobs.
Yeah, the people that do the checks of the scripts and stuff, that's why they're worried about AI so much, because that job can be eliminated with AI. Like, we can give our script that we wrote to AI to check to make sure any spell checking, punctuations, and all that other stuff. I don't need to give it to another person to do that. So that's why they're kind of worried about AI, and they're trying to put that in their new writing contract. They don't want AI to take their jobs, like those type of jobs.
Well, I've talked about AI a lot of times, especially when it comes to art. I'm saying you have AR that's basically taking art and taking ideas that exist and re-manipulating them and turning them into another piece of art. Okay. And that could go a lot of different ways. You have people that actually could use it to make themselves better, or you have people that use it and hurt other people while they're doing it. But it's something that exists. And every single piece of technology that ever has come out in our lives to make our lives better has actually taken away jobs. Every single one. You could go the internet. Before the internet, it was phones. Before phones, it was telegrams. Before telegrams, it was the newspapers. Before, you get what I'm saying? There's always something that takes away jobs from somebody else. But that new technology also brings on different forms of jobs as well. So there's it's like a cycle. Yes, the newsboy, they used to go running around and dropping off papers with their bicycle, extra, doesn't exist anymore. However, the internet exists, and there's so many jobs from that internet that are created that kind of balance it out. Yes, if you have depleting skills and in an old sector of the technology, you're gonna have a problem. You have to adapt the same way you adapt in everything. And the same thing is gonna have to happen for writers, artists, and anything that AI is invading. Don't let AI take your jobs. Be better than AI. That's the way I look at it. You can be better. You could do something that makes your job not obsolete because of AI. That's the beauty of being a human being. We are creative people. We are innovative. You know what I'm saying? A computer is not innovative. A computer would take data and information that already exists and make it to what it is. It's not going to do something where we get inspired one day. We see a creepy dream in our sleep and we draw it the next day. AI doesn't do that. The AI feeds off of what exists already and manipulates it. So, and if you think I'm wrong about low tier writers, why don't you explain to me what the low tier writers are making? Explain to me. Tell me what they're making, and tell me if it's not justified for the type of work they're doing. Explain to me. I would love to know.
Yeah, I don't know totally. I know they got different tiers. So, like, tell me what is the guy who checks the spelling and the writing makes.
It's not financial value. It's a services value. It's not a human being financial value. It's what your service is. If you got two guys working at a factory, and the one guy at the factory is pushing out 100 widgets per hour, they're making 100 things per hour, and then the other guy's only doing 60 widgets per hour, should they get compensated about the same? I don't think so.
No, but and if that job's a unionized, they do.
Exactly, and that's the problem with the SAG writer strike. They want everybody to have equal opportunities as far as writing, but it's not true equal opportunities. You're taking away other people's value as far as them being better workers or stronger workers or more creative workers by equalizing things. And that's not a cool thing to do. because now all of a sudden the guy that was willing to work harder has no incentive to work harder. You get what I'm saying? You take away the inspiration, you take away the hunger from people by making everything equal. Like think about it like this, Who Dat? What do you do for a living?
I'll,
all right, forget it. I'll just put it this in the center. Let's say you were a salesman, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're selling what the fuck? You're selling cell phones, okay?
Work for a cell phone company.
All right. Let's say you work for a cell phone company. You're selling cell phones in the shop. People are coming in. There's another 4 or 5 employees there with you. You're all salespeople, okay? And you bust your ass. You got a mouth on you, and you figure out how to help the people. You be a good customer service guy. You know your product, and you end up selling 10 units per day, as far as phones are concerned, okay? And everybody else is averaging 6 units per day. Okay? Your manager or your boss tells you, listen, you're doing a great job. Fantastic. I'm going to give you a certificate to say you got employee of the month. Good for you. But guess what? I can't give you more money because I can't make the other people feel bad that they're making less than you. Even though you're better than them, I can't make them feel bad. So we're going to pay you all equally, but I'll give you a piece of paper that says you're the best. How are you going to feel about that? That piece of paper is not going to put food on your table. It's not.
It's not gonna. That's why in those corporations you're talking about, they get bonuses when you do stuff like that.
You should, but under unionized type of strategies and the way the writers union is approaching it, you're kind of taking away those incentives.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of taking away people's desire and wanting to work harder. So if you're getting the same pay as those guys that are averaging 6 sales per day, why are you going to work harder to make those extra 4 sales per day? Maybe you'll go to noon, sell your 6 units that day, and say, you know what, I'm going to kick back and relax after that every day.
But you know this whole discussion. I don't call it argument. This whole discussion, a debate. People always bring up that as like the writer stuff. All right. And like people don't realize that, and I hate to bring it up because I don't even want to go deeper into it, but did people know like the minimum wage hasn't been increasing over 20 years? Like, and we're talking about writers getting so much money. Like that's why I like it. Like when I see stuff like that, that's why it's hard to argue for the writers when I know in Louisiana currently, CJ's in New York, he'll tell you his minimum wage. In Louisiana currently, a job I could apply for in Louisiana could pay me $7.25 an hour. That would be my wage.
Which is awful.
Which is awful, especially 2023 now. So that's why it's like when we have these discussions, it's kind of hard for me to be on whatever side. And I know Taylor is like in like more into the arts because he paints and stuff. But it's just hard for me to get on any side of anything until we fix the core problem within the whole country.
All right, I'm gonna make a point of directing everybody to this. The problem is not minimum wage. The problem is not employees and employers. You know what the problem is? The system. And I'll tell you why the system is the problem. The cost of living on a daily basis goes up every day, whether you want to see it or not. Okay? And the reason why that cost of living is going up is not because of employers. It's not because of increased good costs. It's not because of, it could factor in, don't get me wrong, scarcity of materials and stuff like that could factor in. But on a general basis, what the problem is, the government is constantly squeezing us. They're squeezing the employers, they're squeezing the employees, they're squeezing everybody. The cost of living is going up extraordinarily on a daily basis. It's going up with no reason. the amount of money that we're being taxed. You go to LA, you go to California, you go to New York, you go to some of these places where we're paying through the nose as far as taxes are concerned. You bring down those taxes, you bring down the cost of life a little bit. Guess what? The money everybody's making is more than enough to be able to handle ourselves and live a comfortable life. However, that's not happening. They're basically making it. They're squeezing us on a daily basis, and that's all. That's all I'm saying. You know, we're pointing. I'm not a big unions had their day. They had their day, and they had their reason for existing. But the way they're functioning right now, they're hurting us more than doing anything good. That's all I'm saying. Let's say my employee says I can only work 30 hours and work a week instead of 40. That's what the writers are saying. Well,
that is true. They're saying they're working too much. That is true.
Well, here's the thing. He can work only 30 hours and work a week instead of 40. So actually, the way I'm reading it is they're cutting their hours. Instead of giving them 40 hours, which they want, they're giving them only 30 hours.
No, it's opposite. They are working way too many hours, and they want to get their hours cut. Like, so they want to get paid. They basically want to, like, you know, in certain places in Europe, they work 4 days out of instead of 5 days, like we like normally. They want to do something like that. So they want to be like, I want to work for 30 hours instead of working 40 plus hours.
But yet they want to get compensated the same way.
Yes.
For less production.
Yes.
And when they first signed up with the company to become a writer for them, that wasn't an issue.
But yeah,
they were willing to work as many hours as were asked of them because they got an opportunity, right?
I think they're calling it now, because I've heard it before, quality of life. They don't have a quality of life. They don't have time for themselves or mental health, or it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's deeper to get into. This is like a show that you could have a lot of people on discussing and talking about it. But I know it's a quality. I know it's a quality of life that they're complaining about. They don't have a good quality of life because they're working too many hours.
I think that would be a great roundtable for everybody. I personally think a 40-hour week is not unreasonable to work on a weekly span. I don't think that's unreasonable.
No. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I don't even think a 45, 50-hour week is that bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you start getting crazy, that's a different story. But again, this comes from somebody that's in a city that's constantly hustling. 50, 60 work weeks are not uncommon here.
Yeah, you know, and I live right outside of New Orleans, so we kind of like in the same kind of, you know, people doing a lot of hustling, bustling, working. So
you do what's asked of you here to make a living.
Yeah.
And we can complain and do all we want. But the thing is, if we don't, somebody else is willing to do it.
Yep.
And they're going to take your job. And that's reality. I'm sorry. You know, it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's rising because the affluent can't afford shit that the common man can't. Well, listen, you could say anything you want as far as what you think is rising. The truth is, Taylor, I'm never going to back off of this. All this can be disrupted, and it could all be somewhat subdued as far as people living better quality of lives if the government took their fingers out of the pot a little more often. Because all they do is take. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Or I wouldn't mind them taking it. I knew where the money was going to.
Well, yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice if the money went to something that was publicly beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, like let's say like healthcare. If like we knew, like, oh, I'm paying this extra $1 a month, and it's going to healthcare, like my free healthcare, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm all game, you know. But you don't know where your money's going to a lot of times, you know, so.
Yeah, and the dream of free healthcare or free schooling or something like that, that's out the window. In this country, that's out the window. That's not a possibility.
School's not even free. Public school's not even free.
There's nothing free.
I just went to the store and paid $400 and school supplies. Stop.
You know, I'll tell you something. The only time you ever get anything for free in this life, and it's not free. It's costing somebody else something. The only time you get something free in your life is if you're completely destitute. If you're well beyond the point of poverty level, and you're basically only taking public help. That's the only way you are living off of free goods. Anybody else that's actually working and making some money, there's nothing free. There's nothing free because they're taking their piece out of your check every week.
And then it's crazy. If school was free, you'd better pick whatever public school you wanted to send your child to. But that's obviously, you know, it's not free because you can't send your child to any public school you want to.
Don't get me wrong. Like the public schools, there's a lot of fucked up things that are happening with the public schools as far as money being used in places that, you know, that in New York, all the money that they're supposed to be getting from the lottery, which is, you know, we don't support gambling, but you know what? Gamble as long as New York State benefits from it. Okay, that money that was supposed to go to the lottery was supposed to all go for the schools. It's not going to schools.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I know different states is different. Yeah, but it's like I know it's like schools, healthcare, and first responders, like so like police and all that stuff supposed to be here. But yeah, you don't see that happening. Come on, you know.
I don't have any kids, and I don't begrudge public education. Having the future generation not be absolutely moronic is essential. I will agree with that more than anything else. Taxes are inherently evil, but they should benefit the people. They should benefit the people.
Yeah.
You used a very key word there. They should. However, there's also a point of no return when it comes to taxes. We were talking about Britain and the tea taxes and them dumping all the teas because they were sick of paying taxes on that fucking tea.
Yeah, like they had doubled the tea tax or something like that.
You know, in some cities, we're basically at that point now.
Mm-hmm.
We're paying through the nose in taxes on everything, with no justification and no benefit, no return on what we're paying. Public health care and public education both be provided to the public. Yes, they should. And they also should be transparent of all the money that they're taking for those purposes and where it's going. Actually, I disagree with that. Corporate tax rates are not crap because if you didn't have corporate tax breaks, the corporations would not stay in this country. You got to give them incentive to want to stay here.
But they also gotta hire in the country. Like, so it's like a lot of. It's like we give them, they gotta give a little bit too. So it's not. I don't think they're all crap because they got industry. I don't call it corporate, but they have like big old chemical companies here. They give them tax breaks on the property tax so they can use the land here. And guess what? That contributes to people getting hired and stuff like that. So it I don't like it, but it does benefit where
You have to have it. I mean, think about it. If you're a private businessman, okay, you're running a company, you build a business up, you finally get to the point where you're making some money with your business, okay? And all of a sudden, you go from a tax bracket of 30%, 40%, 50%, 55%, 60% total paying after everything is said and done. Why are you working? Why are you running your own business here? You're basically working for them and getting a wage out of it. And everybody could turn around and say, well, you're making so much money, it doesn't matter. Well, yes, it does. It does. Because I don't care if I'm making $100,000, $10,000, $1 million, or $100 million. If I'm working my ass off making whatever I'm making, and 60% of it is going out the window to government programs that are not actually using that money where it's supposed to be, I'm gonna have something to be upset about. That's the way I look at it. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not in that position where I'm a multi-million-dollar corporation. I'm making that money, or $1 billion corporation. But on a smaller level, I could see what they take out of my pay every time. Every time I get a commission check, every time I have to do my taxes, I see what they beat the shit out of me with. So that's all I'm saying. You know, they got to give these businesses incentive to want to stick around or want to work as hard as they're working, and actually have a reason not to try to find loopholes.
Yeah, that's why it kind of goes back to what you were talking about Disney. It's like that's why Disney is in Florida and wants to stay in Florida is all the tax breaks and all the stuff they were getting. Now, if you're taking that all away, what's the point of them staying in Florida?
You're welcome.
Yeah,
what's the point?
They have no reason to stay in Florida if you're going to take away all the tax breaks they have and then increase the tax on them and take away all kind of incentives they have, all kind of stuff that I hate to get into, but like all that stuff they're doing it. But why would Disney want to stay in Florida if you're going to take all it away when they can? Like you said, all of the other states, you can just say, "Hey, who wants to take us on?" And blah blah. Every state will be fighting over it.
You know what, Joe? I'm gonna take your advice, and I will have some writers come on here, and we'll have an open debate on the influence show.
Yeah, we'd have to. Then you got to make sure they're part of the union too, and not just a freelance writer.
Well, I'll take both. I'll take both to get both the perspectives on there. That's not an issue.
Because I would love to know more insight of different stuff. Because like you said, they got different tiers of writers. You know, they got the James Gunn as a writer. He's part of the Writers Guild. But
look at this fucking taint over here. Look at this taint. He's corrected me. All right, molasses. Who gives a shit? Molasses or tea? What the fuck is the difference? It was taxation. All right.
It's still a taxation without representation. That was the difference. Taxation without representation.
Yeah, it's funny. We got representatives, but they're all shit. Our representatives.
Well, nowadays, yeah.
You know, anybody that I'm gonna say something that people love to hate. Every single politician. If I could take every single politician in our entire infrastructure, large and small, and put them all in a big pot and melt them all and throw them all in the garbage and get new ones, I would do that. And our government will be great for another 5 to 10 years until they get corrupted, and then we'll have to do the same thing again and melt them all. That's how it works.
It's crazy how that is too. It's like, and it's politicians from your state all the way up until to the president, even the Supreme Court. All of those people, like this is.
It's all one hand watch the other. They all got each other's back.
Yeah, it's like it's just ridiculous.
If you notice, anybody that's anything decent of a politician, they don't last. They don't last.
If you don't follow the drum or go along with the program, you'll see how many terms they win. A lot of them don't go past
one. Find a way to get rid of them, one way or the other. You know, they just like. No, we don't. You know, listen. You're rocking the boat right now. We don't need that. Either you're gonna join the club, or you need to step down or something. You know, it's like how many people magically just step down for no reason whatsoever. They're like, I'm not gonna run another term. I've had enough.
And guess what? They don't have no reason to fight because once you win a term, you're paid for life. You get free healthcare for life. Like. So once you win, that's why those good people are like, I guess there's no reason for them to keep fighting, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. They all get the best health care, and they're sitting there and playing with our health care. Why don't they pay for their health care the way we have to?
Because if they did, they would change our health care.
Just because they're elected officials, why does that give them any better opportunity to get health care than us? Why? They're one of us, aren't they? We elected them. They should be under the same kind of standards that we are. But no.
He said, what was the health and education? Education is technically free. Technically, I mean, into a certain aspect. I don't know about healthcare. I don't know if healthcare was ever free.
No.
I don't think healthcare. And guess what? Since other countries, this is I always tell people, we're arrogant. U.S. and the United States people, we're arrogant. And since other countries have figured out how to do free healthcare, we're arrogant enough to not do it.
Well, listen, I will say this much, because I've seen this with my own eyes, and I was fucking losing my mind. If you are from another country and you go into one of our hospitals, you get free health care,
Yeah.
no problem, no problem whatsoever. But if you're from this country and you have a citizenship, you're gonna have to fill out a freaking 5-page freaking questionnaire and give them
Don't even touch
you give them your blood and everything else too before they even see you. That's all I'm gonna
And
say.
you can be seasoned up and you can't fill it out. They still want you to fill it out.
Oh my god! I remember my sister.
But look, TJ, like in other countries, I'll tell you,
I remember my sister got bit by a dog. She was bleeding fucking out. She was bleeding all over the place. And we go like she got to see. We go to the emergency room. Like somebody's got to see her quick. She's bleeding all over the place. Whatever the case is, and we had like things holding her together with the to try to stop the blood. Like, fill this out. I'm like, just take her in. I'll fill it out while you just take it out. There was another fucking family that goes in. They didn't know a word of English. A word of fucking English. And they just let them right through. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, seriously. Like, it's crazy.
I'll tell you, when I went to, I visit a lot of different countries when I go on vacation. And other countries actually do the same thing there for us. Than we do, which is crazy. I didn't say, because I was passing. I'm like, they drive and say, oh, if something happens, this is the hospital we take. All the people who are from other countries. It's totally free, 100%. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know if I want anything. Everybody says that. Oh, you don't want nothing in any case in another country. But it was kind of nice to hear. If something did happen, I don't have to worry about paying for anything.
Well, I'm just saying, not every country's like that, though. I will say that much. Not every country's like that.
No. The ones I visited. That's why I said the ones.
Even in the continents, not every country within the same continent works the same way. Like Europe, not every country works the same way.
No. I went to France and Italy. I went to France.
Well, you want me to give you a good example of a country that does that for their citizens, Taylor? How about I give you Greece? Because I know Greece so well, and I'm in and out of there, and I'm very, very much involved. Greece is a socialist system. They basically, part of your dues that they take you out of your pay every month and your checks goes to your health care. Okay, everybody gets health care evenly because they take it out of everybody. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say you need to go get an MRI for some reason. It's critical. You need to get it done. You're on a waiting list. You know how long you're gonna have to wait on a waiting list? Until we say so. Okay. However, if you got a magical envelope in your pocket that has some cash in it and you give it to the doctor, you go to the front of the line. So, how's that work as far as all free healthcare system?
Yeah, they got a guy in the comic community who's from Canada. He had something like, I think he had cancer in his stomach or something, and he had to wait to get it scanned, like you said, an MRI. He was on a waiting list because their healthcare is free. And I forgot the guy's name, man. Niobe Comics, I think that's his name. And he had to go through that, and he was like you said, a waiting list. There's a waiting list because it's free, and since he didn't have, like you said, money, he had to wait to get his scan.
I could probably assure you, very similar to how it works in Greece, if somebody has an envelope in their pocket with some stuff in it, they could possibly get themselves ahead of the line. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That's what it is. So is that free? Let's say you're here, you need an MRI, you can't afford the high insurance deductible. You either get the MRI and they garnish your wages forever and lose your house, or you're fucked. Yeah, pretty much. That's the system here. I'm not saying that we have a good system. We got a fuck system. Don't get me wrong.
Guess what the system here is? They all they want is some money. So if you just call them up and say, "Hey, I can give you $20 a week," they'll be like, "Oh, okay, perfect." They'll take whatever you can give them.
You'll never hear me say we have a good system, but our system is fucked over here as well. It completely is. However, all I'm saying is don't think the grass is greener in the other systems. Yeah, every system has their flaws. Here you got to pay. You don't pay, you die. That's how it works, U.S. You know, if you don't have the money to pay, you're gonna die. Simple as that. Sorry, guys. It's morbid, but it's true. Right? If you got a severe illness or you got some severe problem and you don't got the money to pay the doctors in the hospitals, you're gonna die. That's how it works. It's sad, but it's true. It's fucked up. U.S. drug prices. Yo, you want to get me on U.S. drug prices? My son,
Oh
my son has severe allergies to crustaceans. He can't eat shrimp, lobster, crabs, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have to have EpiPens. We have to buy EpiPens to have them with us anywhere we go, a restaurant, whatever the case is. He can't even if somebody touches his plate, he could get. That's how severe it is. Okay. So we have an EpiPen with us at all time. You know how much it costs to get that EpiPen here? Anywhere from $1,100 to $1,300 to buy that EpiPen. Insurance will not cover it. Okay, that's kind of fucked up, right? You're paying insurance for a reason and they won't even cover it. However, when I go over to Greece, I could go into any pharmacy without a prescription, tell them the EpiPen that I need, and get it for 50 to 60 euros. So tell me how that works.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like it's crazy how that stuff is so high. Like that's why you know Mark Cuban. That's why a lot of the pharmaceutical companies don't like Mark Cuban because he started that pharmacy company, and all they're charging is like $15 more than what it cost them. So like medicine that you say the medicine costs you $200, it might cost through them like $25. Like it's crazy cheap, and guess what? They're not promoting it. You know, it's hard to get it. It's not easy to get his medical pharmacy whatever it's called through his company, because why would they want you to get it when you can get it for cheap? You know.
But explain to me how I could get the same fucking EpiPen in a third world country, because Greece, unfortunately, is a third world country right now. The way the economy is going there, I could get it for that much there, and I got to pay through the nose here. Why? Because I'm privileged as a U.S. citizen. I get to pay more. Is that how it works? That makes no sense to me. That makes no fucking sense to me. It's It's not even a generic form of it. It's the same exact fucking thing. That's what drives me. And that's one example. There's a lot of drugs that you could do the same thing with. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that buy their stuff from Canada and from Mexico. They order their drugs from there because they just can't afford it here.
Yeah, I got a good example. During this, that pandemic we had, they had like a little transfusion that was supposed to help you and make you, better. Mm-hmm. They say that medicine's free, but guess what? The administration of that medicine's not free. So I had to pay $800 to get the medicine administered, even though they didn't charge for the medicine, but they charged me to put the medicine in.
Oh, you know what they'll give you for free here?
A bill.
No. No joke aside. You know what they'll give you for free? They'll give you some drugs for free. You know what kind of drug they're going to give you for free? The experimental kind that we don't know what's going to happen to you. Let's try a new vaccine. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen to you. Take it.
Take it for free. Yeah, that's free.
Take it for free. Eat it.
Other stuff was was tested on for like 2 years. That stuff, whatever that stuff, I forgot what it's called, but it was like for like 2 years, and then but yeah, that's free, but yeah, it surely is not free. How much it costs it?
It's a fucked up system.
I don't want to talk. We need to have a roundtable discussion about all the
absolutely. Anybody that's watching now or on the replay, and you want to have a real discussion about this, hey, I'm down. It doesn't always have to be about comics. You know what? We talk comics, but we talk life as well. So
the reason why I say that, because a lot of people can't have discussions without yelling at each other, and I like that. Me and you've been talking. We might have had a few disagreements and stuff, but nobody's yelling at anybody, saying anybody's wrong. But that's the type of things that I always tell people. If we can't have a discussion about things, like I would love Taylor to be here instead of having to read everything.
Yeah, that's why I threw the link in there, but he didn't jump on. But
Yeah, but like I like having discussions like this because it's better to talk and then you
Well,
can figure things out together and a lot of times people are afraid to talk about stuff.
that's what I like. You know what? I always say this: we all have the right to agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't.
Mm,
However, you might say something that I completely disagree with, but maybe I disagree with it because I don't understand it. Maybe you tell me something or you word it in a way to help me understand it, and maybe that will make me be able to put my thought process a little bit different together or make it a little bit better. The same thing goes with me. You might be saying something that you completely animately disagree with me on, and I'll bring up a point, and you're like, you know what? I still don't agree with him, but he has a point. You know what I'm saying? At least we could understand each other's perspective. At least we could understand where we're coming from on what we're talking. You know, I don't like
yeah,
like
it's
people
always
yelling.
better to hear. To me, it's always better to hear people talk too than texting and because you can interpret things differently because everybody's from around the world.
You know
I've
who
always,
yells?
so
You know who yells? Whether they have a argument that's right or wrong, you know who yells? Ignorant people. Ignorant people that try to bully you and scare you into agreeing with them. That's who yells. You know, there's no reason to yell at another person, another human being, when you're having a discussion. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, now if you try to take my woman, I'll yell at you and kick your ass. You know, that's a different kind of argument.
I think I'll do the opposite. I'll kick your ass and yell at you.
Well, it depends on the woman, but some of the women you could have, but you get what I'm saying. You know, like
I get what you. I would, like I said, I would love to do this discussion, or even we can even go into the comics and pop culture and movie side like we were talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna have to head out. But I appreciate you popping the link on and let me join.
I appreciate you as well. You're doing your show with Chris tomorrow. Anything else? You're doing any shows? You're selling anything?
I pop on with Sands auction every now and then, so you'll see me on there. But a lot
Are
of
you
times,
scheduled for this week?
yeah. Well, I'm supposed to join tonight because I told him I had a couple of rounds in me. But he's doing his show now. But normally I'm always on Sundays, so just look for me on Sundays on there. But on Fridays on the hunt, whenever every other Friday, I try to join Biggie's thing, but it's hard to do 2 Fridays and every Friday in a row.
True.
But yeah, so but yeah, definitely Wednesday. And if anybody wants to join and talk about stuff that we talk about, just message me or Chris, man. We love having guests on, just talking. It's more like it's not a formal show like some people have, like oh, these top 10 or doing all that type of stuff. It's just kind of a laid back show. We might have a little agenda of a couple things we want to talk about, but it's pretty much open,
Listen, we definitely have to get together and put a good round table together that has a more serious conversation talking about the writer's strike. I think that's something that people don't understand, and it should be a conversation that at least brings everything, all perspectives, good and bad about it, to everybody's attention. They understand what's happening. So we should definitely do that sooner than later.
Yeah, because we're hearing we're just hearing what the news is telling us. We don't really know. We don't really know what's happening because right around the corner, just to let people know, is the Screen Actor Guild Award. Screen actors are going to be voting to go on a strike too. So yeah, it'd be nice to know really what is the whole.
Well, they did. They all dropped out of the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be striking too. So it's like the regular people. I would like to know what they're really fighting over. We just think we know. In my assumption, we don't really know though. If we talk to somebody in the union, and maybe somebody in the freelance, kind of get both ideas, it'd be nice to hear what's going on.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do my best to try to get some context as far as the writers I know. See if anybody's willing to actually participate in a live, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. But even if we can't get some writers down there, you know what? Let a bunch of us comic book community morons put our perspective together, and if there's a writer out there that agrees or disagrees with what we have to say, maybe they'll approach us about it.
Mhm.
I think that's something viable.
So, but I appreciate it, CJ. Everybody have a good rest of the 4th.
I
Don't blow up any
appreciate-
fingers. Don't blow up any fingers, and just be aware of people when you're popping fireworks, because not a lot of vets or animals love fireworks.
Yeah. Listen, if you're gonna blow off a finger, at least make it one that's not that important. Okay.
Yeah. Pinky finger. You need your index and your middle fingers.
And thumbs are important too. I don't care what they say. You know, I like
Yes, thumb, index, and middle fingers. You definitely need. All the other two are kind of,
they're disposable. All right.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Have a great one. Who that appreciate you, and I'm gonna tell everybody. I hope you had an amazing Independence Day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Stream went way longer than what we expected. Yes, you did miss the boxing. We did unbox this one. It did come out at 1.5. I'm in complete jubilation because of it. I'm very, very excited and happy about that. And if you want to watch the live reaction, you could go backwards and see. But that being said, like I said, I appreciate you guys. Hey, Misso, you came in. Now I'm going out. But thank you, Munch. But I appreciate everybody that jumped on with me. Who Dat, K-pop, even the Worm. Thank you all. And that's it. End the show. Go watch some fireworks. Go do your thing. Or watch another stream or another channel that's going on right now. Sub up to everybody that was in the panel. Sub up to everybody that's in the chat. Support each other. And until the next time, I bid you all adieu. And you keep collecting, and I'll keep recollecting. See, I got a cash line too. I got a tagline too. You keep collecting, and I'll keep recollecting. There you go. That's my line. Yeah, that's it. Hey, MJ, how you doing? All right. Later, everyone. Later. End the show. End broadcast. End broadcast. And Punchy. End broadcast. Hawaiian Punch. End broadcast. Hawaiian Punch.